Wake up, gamers, because you're listening to the Big Think Dimension with Dan and Bob Video Games.
Bob, I just got a notification on my phone. My Cinemax subscription on Amazon just ended. What are we gonna do?
Tragedy strikes.
Chris Wolfhard.
Ooh, banana.
And Dr. Aggro.
Do you wish to live deliciously?
Here on GigaBoots.
Who will console me during these times?
You'll have to replace it with your Cinemax subscription.
Oh, wait, we have news coming in. Welcome to Big Think Dimension number 333.
Oh, don't say it. Don't say it aloud.
Why not? Why not?
It hurts.
It hurts.
Painful.
What's so painful about that number? That's a strong number. That's a good number.
Yeah, 3 of the same number in a row. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful. Expedition 333. Yeah, that's what that game was called, and now we're just as strong. Can you remember Big Think Dimension 33? Oh man, that would have been simple times. We would have been like, Randy Pitchford sucks, waka waka. And it's black and white. It's black and white. It looks like the Muppet Show. Oh my god! We're just literally Muppets.
Jeez.
That's back when we when our Big Think Dimensions were only 90 minutes long.
I don't know. We started with a mailbag at the end.
I am looking at the video, the runtime right now.
Was it literally 90 minutes?
It is 89 minutes, and the subsequent episode was 100.
Whoa.
That's a big one. Okay, well, our goal is to make this 90 minutes so we can relive the glory of episode 333. Are y'all ready? Or, sorry, 33.
Mm-hmm.
Or we need to do an episode 3 times as long. Who's ready for a 4.5 hour Big Think Dimension? No? Oh.
Wouldn't it be 10 times as long?
Well, no, because there are 333s because it's episode 333.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, add the 3.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, we can
Yeah.
we could cheese it and not do the...
Yeah, because I was doing 333s, not over 10 times as long. 10.1 times as long.
Finally.
This is the exact. We did the math. This is the correct. Oh, there we go. We can just make it 3 hours, 33 minutes, and 33 seconds. We'll just have to stall for time until it's that exact number. Hey, Bob.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing.
Uh-oh.
Because I'm stalling for 3 hours. I'm very proud to announce our new initiative. Here at GigaBoots, we're launching a new arm of GigaBoots. I hope you're all excited. It's going to be a new era for GigaBoots here.
Mm-hmm.
Bob's very excited. He's going to be managing all of our money. I'm saying that very loudly and repeatedly right now. Bob is handling all of the money, and I have nothing to do with the money that's being handled for our new initiative, VBoots.
I don't think I actually signed any contracts about that, and I also haven't seen any ledgers. But
You did. Anyway, so we're going to be a new VTuber agency to lift up VTubers from their already somewhat established, but definitely more established after they give us all their money sort of situation. I'm very excited to head this, but again, Bob is handling all the money. I'm just saying up front.
I feel like I shouldn't have to advertise this.
Now, Dan, tell me, what benefits would I get from signing on to VBoots? Like, what does it do for me?
You're going to be a part of the VBoots stream team on Twitch, and it's going to be official. It's going to sound really great. So when other VBoots members aren't live, it'll be like, yo, check out this other streamer. They're also a part of VBoots. Isn't that so cool? You get to put VBoots member in your profile over on Blue Sky. And
how is this different from networking?
Well, I think you're missing something. They give us money.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, so it's different because you get money. I see.
Mm-hmm.
That is a difference that should matter to programs.
People. Well, we go live with a stream that says it's for charity. This is what we'll be doing with VBoots.
Bob, as the senior vice president of there definitely being a paper trail, I really strongly urge you to shut the fuck up right now.
Thank you, Senior Vice President.
You're very right. We should definitely do that.
So, like, what, there's an official, of course, VBoots Blue Sky account that's constantly promoting your streams with things hours late after you've gone live and the stream's almost over. We're very excited to do mandatory collabs with each other. So look forward to us just getting someone on our team that you fucking hate, and we're gonna just intentionally match you two nonstop for the rest of time. It's gonna be great, Chris. We're very excited to sign you on.
You can trust them, Chris. Look at me. I'm like you.
How comforting.
I've never distrusted Agra more than him saying that just then. I am like you. So please be excited. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just put that at the bottom center for the entire rest of this episode. It's replacing the old GigaBoots logo. What's up?
Do you think we can purchase the name and logo for VShojo just as cheap as we did for Dip Chips?
$5 a pack of Parliament lights.
Yeah.
Give it a month and maybe. I genuinely. Who's going to be the Mautendu of this group? Asked Rift Dropper. I don't know. Who wants to bail just barely 2 months ahead of the fire?
Yeah, the rubble needs to collapse before we can know what role Mountain Dew will be playing here. Like, we need, like, is it witness? Is it
something
speaker?
else? Yeah, we don't know.
Is it? Will his next video have mix in Trump going, "They indicted me"?
That's the worst thing ever. Thank you for saying that into a microphone on my platform. That's what I appreciate. That's the reason Agro's here usually, but now we got two. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm very fascinated to see all of that unfold, and of course, all of this is super horrible and super tragic that everything that happened with that happened. Man. Hey, remember MCNs on YouTube?
Yep.
Barely, thankfully.
I assume they're still out there trying to scam people. I don't know.
Yeah, they're called VTuber agencies now. That's the new wave. We're doing that in the West.
I assume the old wave is still hanging out a little bit.
The funny thing is, like, it's come up in conversation a huge number of times. Of like, why can't Western VTuber agencies like properly monetize their talent without just doing this? Like, what's their deal? Why can't they do that? Why aren't they more on top of this? Japanese VTuber agencies don't have this problem,
right? I assume because the Western ones are just that much more corrupt deeply.
Oh yeah,
like maybe Japanese companies are all ever made with okay intent. Maybe
no, they're just better. They're offshoots of idle talent agencies.
That's true.
They're all
so they just have.
They're just better at hiding it.
They're just
yeah, like it's an established industry.
Yeah, every American business has completely lost the ability to vet their employees at all or hide their malfeasance.
Mm-hmm.
Like they didn't even say, hey, who's Shang-Chi? Simu Lee?
I think that's right.
Simu Liu?
Something.
Disney didn't even look at his Reddit posts before they hired him. And they should have.
The funny thing is, Penny Arcade did a better job vetting whoever handled their charity events than it feels like Disney does for the stars of their Hollywood movies.
They used to be really on top of this kind of thing when Jeremy Renner pointed a gun at his wife, like they sent in fucking Disney Team 6 to make it go away.
Mm.
Now they'd be like, what? No, what? Oh no, we have to recast the 87 streaming shows he was going to be in.
On a related note, Bob and I watched Captain America: Brave New World.
Watch
Dan,
is a
should I watch Captain America: Brave New World?
Now, if you're a long-time listener to Big Think Dimension, I'm like, Chris, you should do this. You should have to rewatch every Resident Evil film. You should watch every Marvel film. You should get educated.
This is your main personality defect. You tell people to watch things.
No.
But what if we do the MCU podcast?
Then I guess we'll have to, but there is no other context.
We're never doing that because I refuse to watch any of the streaming shows, which would be fucking required.
Every time we've discussed it, they're like, we're not watching those.
Yeah.
Like I'm not watching Agatha Again or whatever the fuck it's called. I'm not watching Ironheart. Mickey Mouse ass fake character.
They made an Ironheart series?
Yes.
I missed this. Wow.
It got delayed over and over and over again because Kang was a huge part of it, and they had to reshoot extensively.
She showed up in something forever ago.
Did it actually happen?
I think it came out this year.
Huh.
So again, I have told people.
Yeah, it came out last month. Did you hear a single soul mention it? Even one?
No, I didn't.
I have Disney Plus.
Even Disney Plus is like, don't let them know.
It's one of those things that they must have looked at some point and been like, no, just I've noticed these things where companies are too scared to cancel things, so they release them but hide them. Like Everybody 1-2 Switch and the Ironheart show and that Crunchyroll thing, High Guardian Spice, that they announced. Then 5 years passed. They're like, we finished it 4 years ago. Here it is now. Never talk about it ever again.
Yeah, get out of here.
That was wild when they actually went through with it. I did not expect that to actually come out. That was weird. Yeah, no, Brave New World. Okay. Here's the thing. A lot of the things I'll tell people to watch, they give you information about other actions, other existences in your reality to get better understanding of a thing you're contending with, whether that's a franchise of films and other things, more context to frame it to have more understanding. There is zero value in watching Brave New World. It is a political thriller that is neither political nor thrilling. It is about nothing. It is so obviously rewritten to hell, and it has nothing to say. The bad guy is clearly hastily rewritten to be like, well, he can't be this. I mean, this guy over here is the bad guy. And they're like, okay, cool, fine. I guess I'll deal with that. And they're like, also, we don't like how he looked and he said some things that clearly points out that that guy's the bad guy. We're reshooting his scenes and giving him a weird fucking CG head.
I don't think that CG head was new.
Apparently, they did the first round of shoots with his head being bigger, which is not at all how it looks in the final film. It looks like
they should have gone with it. Why are they so cowardly? That's how that character looks, guys.
This is peak Disney fucking up the MCU for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like, his whole thing is working out at the library.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Now his new thing is every shot he's in, no matter how basic of a shot, literally, they just have him standing outside of a building, which, knowing that they refilm things to change what he said makes sense why they would film in such a boring location as outside of a random building. It literally looks like they filmed it in a college.
Yeah, it just looks like a random courtyard in a college or something.
And for some reason, it is the blurriest shot you've ever seen. Your eyes can't focus on a single detail in it because he just looks like garbage, and so does the entire background.
Yeah,
man, you know, Dan,
he's not even in the same shot as the other characters most of the time.
Yeah. So reverse shot for the most climactic moment of the movie. Also, the plot of the film is so unbelievably stupid. And it's not comically stupid. It's just flat stupid. The movie tries to also have any romance in it for 1 second for one line to be like, I am attracted to him. I'm serious. It's that level. And it's just weird. I'm like, I feel like did that really just happen? That seems insane. No one would write that. Why did they write that? This movie's terrible. It has absolutely no value. Do not watch it. The funny thing is, our friend warned us. She warned us. She was like, "That thing's fucking terrible. I don't know what's worse, this Lupin movie or that." And me and Bob were like, "Okay, she can't be right. This Lupin movie is like absolutely rock bottom."
Mm-hmm.
So we watched it assuming it would be a pretty bad MCU film. I think that's rather common now, I suppose. No, that is completely skippable. I don't think the Eternals can be as bad as that. I don't think that's possible.
Right? I went in and like, oh, it'll probably be like Thor 2 bad or something. It's like, no, it's not even. It's not in the same ballpark.
Yeah, just skip it. Literally skip it. Yeah, no, they rewrote who the main bads were supposed to be in this. Every part of this is so reshot, it became gray goo. It's unreal how stupid and like lacking impact the entire film is.
It is really weird because it also just feels like it has that Marvel's problem where it's a sequel to a TV show, but this was never supposed to be a TV show.
No, yeah.
Which is crazy. So it's like, oh yeah, we just have all these extra characters and we pretend you're supposed to already know them, and you should understand the status quo of this main guy being Captain America already. It's like, I didn't watch his show. You should have tried to introduce that because this is the big new Captain America movie. Yeah, and they make no attempt.
You gotta understand, I haven't seen this dude be Cap ever.
Right. He gets the shield at the end of the movie. So he's going to become Cap, but we don't know what that means. We don't know what that looks like.
And then this movie happens, and they even reshot the opening of this movie.
Right.
So even the action sequence that is the first thing that happens in this film is like, this kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? Now, keep in mind, when I watched it, I didn't know that. I just watched this, went, this kind of sucks.
Right.
And then later is explained, oh, they reshot it. So that sucks. Also, the script is so terrible. I really do think our man, what is it, Anthony Mackie? Is that his name?
Yes, that's his real name.
I think he's really fucking phoning it in here. Because, like, Twisted Metal Show, he owned that.
He did.
Like, he did a great job in that. And in other MCU stuff.
Yeah, it was like earlier movies with him were great. Like, he was a really good character.
And this, he just completely checks out, and I can't blame him. He's playing opposite of, like,
Harrison Ford,
who is notoriously a guy who phones it in, but even in some scenes
I
of
can't
this,
imagine
he's trying.
how halfway to a nap Harrison Ford is in this movie.
Which I didn't expect Harrison Ford to, like, literally be one of the main characters. It's like, oh my God, this must have taken so much money. I thought he'd just come in and out for, like...
Yeah, you think
stuff.
He's the marketing gimmick.
Right.
Yeah.
But instead, there's like almost nothing else going on.
And then you would think, okay, well, he's in that much of the movie, so obviously we're going to do things with his character. Not really. No. Especially since they don't want to give him any culpability. For some reason, the movie wants to have things happen, but then also be like, but he's the president, so, you know.
Yeah, he's not a bad guy. He's not. Come on.
He's the president. And then they make his core arc the most insipid, saccharine thing possible. Bob, you know the hook they write into him to just be like, this is the long arc of the movie. The movie was really about love. Yeah. It is. It is the worst.
Oh my God, I just saw the picture of the brain man that Chris is
the
posted.
leader. His name is the leader.
And you know him well. Yeah, no, if this dude was in the movie, that would have fired neurons. If
They're so stupid. Like, they're so stupid. You have years and years of dudes drawn by Jack Kirby, one of the greatest visual designers in the history of art. And you're like, but we gotta cover him in the basketball texture. It needs to look more military. If it looks too goofy, the audience won't like it.
I got some news. I don't think the audience liked what you did here.
No, I don't think that's possible.
Yeah, if that Fantastic Four movie does good, I'm gonna blame it entirely on them making Galactus a big guy in a funny outfit and not a space cloud.
God, I forgot they space clouded him in that old show movie.
They were really big on turning comic bad guys into clouds around then, because when Darkseid showed up in Smallville, he was also a cloud.
Huh.
Jesus.
Why would Darkseid?
Wait, yeah, well, right. First off, why is Darkseid in Smallville?
Because everyone
Because Lex Luthor's dad had to sell his soul to Darkseid to bring Lex Luthor back to life, who had died earlier. So a lot of things happen in Smallville. Here's another thing that happens in Smallville. So they introduced Jimmy Olsen, who's like the same age as Superman or Clark, because he's only the Blur in Smallville. But they introduced Jimmy Olsen, and he hangs out with them for a bunch of seasons, and then he dies.
What?
But how can Jimmy Olsen die? Superman hasn't even a thing yet. They introduce his cousin, who is 10 years younger, named Jimmy Olsen, who is given his camera at his funeral.
Yep. So, okay. Wow. Spoilers, I suppose, for Brave New World, but again, please don't watch it. Life is beautiful and short. Don't. This is what they ultimately did with him in the movie. And I assure you, they worked their hardest to make this frame look good. Because most shots of him do not look this good.
Yeah, no. That's so much worse than Big Head Man. That's so much lamer.
Especially given what his deal is.
Anyway, like even I don't know his name. I forget his name. The guy from Invincible who also has this exact same thing going on. Angstrom Levy. Like this has like there's just do it. It's funnier.
Yeah,
people would
is.
like it. I promise.
We're here to fucking see it, guys. I mean, even outside of what you have altered as a travesty, that doesn't visually communicate the thing it's supposed to. The leader's head, you see, is very tall because he's got all those extra brains.
Yes.
That guy's scalp is fucked up. So I am to infer
he's missing part of his skull. And his brain is exploding out.
Oh, so I don't know. Did he piss off the wrong French guy? What the fuck am I supposed to take from this?
Yeah, this is. I'm serious. I've recommended, for ironic reasons or sincere reasons, many bad things on the show. I implore you, audience, don't watch Brave New World. I'm the exact same person I was before and after. It has changed nothing. Past talking about it on This Big Think Dimension, I never have to talk about it again.
I was blown away that, like, every other Captain America movie, it was scaling up. It was always getting bigger. It was almost like they're a second Avengers series.
Yes.
In this, it is kind of just those three people we mentioned. Harrison Ford, Brain Guy, and Captain Falcon.
That's him.
Yeah,
you got it.
You really don't get anyone else, like no one that special. Like Giancarlo, I think plays a guy who's supposed to be a cool superhero villain.
Giancarlo is supposed to be a cool dude in this,
but he just comes off as a dude.
And they've ruined it. Yeah.
Who is this dude supposed to be? I have no fucking idea who this character is, so I guess not.
they went, well, we have Giancarlo Esposito. He could just say lines into a camera and they'll be convinced this guy is cool. And I'm like, okay, do a thing. And he's like, I will be there for a shitty battle.
Why did they make a Captain America movie where the two villains are both Hulk villains?
Yeah,
because Hulk's elsewhere, so we can just eat that.
Use different villains. Captain America has plenty,
right?
He's Sidewinder.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Literally,
he's part of the Serpent Society. Okay.
Yeah.
Literally, the only thing I know about Sidewinder is he looks like if Red Skull fucked the Thing.
Yeah,
that's not what the movie did.
That is indeed how he looks.
That's funny. In this, he looks like Giancarlo.
Yeah, it was literally no changes. Like he wears a trench coat.
Wow.
God!
What the hell?
Post the Liefeld art. Oh no.
Oh my.
The Liefeld art is very funny also. Oh no, I'm sorry. That isn't who he's playing. That's who people thought he was playing initially because that made more fucking sense.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
They initially thought he was playing a character named George Washington Bridge, I think, who is like a Liefeld character. So there's images of him covered in guns with with pouches.
Okay. But he was playing Sidewinder in the movie.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
So this is how he should have looked.
Yeah.
Man,
that is
there was nothing.
Look at that. We used to be a country.
They could have had at least a little bit of that energy. A little.
What is with them now?
Yeah, like
It's extra weird because once again, as I fucking groused about the other week, they just put Hugh Jackman in the 90s cartoon X-Men Wolverine costume.
yeah, like
So
even early on,
clearly they aren't. And don't they have God, what's his name? Patrick Stewart roll out in the yellow hover chair in that second Doctor Strange movie.
And it does feel like a lot of the stuff in Deadpool and Wolverine, was gone true by the Deadpool actor. Like, no, he made them do this.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like Doctor Strange, though, even it held itself in a way that seems more like, hey, remember the MCU? Hey, remember these things you like? We're going to be aware of it and integrate this well. And nothing about this movie feels like that.
Right.
This movie's more like, hey, you remember the feeling you have after watching a bad streaming show? Yeah. I'm like, that,
It's even
that's
called Brave New
rapidly-
World. That means nothing.
That's rapidly becoming the only thing that any company can produce
yeah,
is bad streaming show.
It's so depressing.
It's just gray noise.
This was the worst it has ever been when it comes to that sort of thing. As I said, you don't need to watch it. Nothing happened in this film. Nothing important happened, and the subtitle pissed me off when they explained it, which I will now explain using the spoiler song. One moment. Where is it? Oh, okay. Aggro?
Yes, sir.
Before I watched this movie, I turned to Bob and said, if they do not explain why the hell this movie's subtitle is Brave New World by the end of it, I'm going to be pissed. And in the final 5 minutes of the film, a newscaster goes, and so multiple countries have access to adamantium. It's a brave new world. And I was so much more mad than I would have been had they said no.
That's so not interesting.
Yeah. No, it's really not. And they don't even, like, the rest of the movie, it's about this adamantium trait, but they don't even bother explaining, like, what that could possibly mean. It's like, yeah, you already have other super metals and stuff. What's adamantium going to do? How's that going to change the world?
Like you've done 2 Black Panther movies. Wakanda's whole deal is that they sit on the world stockpile of vibranium.
Right? Like, was I supposed to assume that other countries didn't have access to adamantium at all?
Well, adamantium's new in this universe
new
because
in
it
this
came down
universe
with the Eternals, monster.
thing.
What? But that's...
Oh,
they're
that's
like,
right. They
excuse me-
replaced it with
excuse
vibranium in
me.
all of their references.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me, sir. Adamantium is a alloy of vibranium that does not have a consistent production process. The Eternals did not bring it down. Please correct this in Avengers 5.
So here's the amazing thing. They're like, well, we need the adamantium because the Wakandans got vibranium, and we cannot let some what did they call them? They called them
Recluse,
reclusive, like
nation. I think it was just reclusive nation because
they said something else. But so anyways, so the movie is clearly about the notion that the president of the United States of America is going to do something in order to get the adamantium for certain for America because of paranoia about Wakanda having the vibranium. And the original title of this movie, where the president of the United States of America was Harrison Ford as Red Hulk, as a bad guy, was called New World Order. I wonder why someone at Disney shit their pants and ruined this already not great looking film.
The mystery. We'll never solve it.
So now the movie's about nothing. No one's the bad guy. No one's at fault.
It'd be just no one would be able to handle the U.S. president being evil. Nobody being serious for that. It's too radical a notion.
Also, excuse me, adamantium and vibranium do different things and have different properties. Vibranium absorbs shockwaves, which is why Captain America's shield is made out of it. And while adamantium is just unbreakable. Thank you.
I'm just gonna go.
It is like, I have to believe, for the sake of the health of my spirit, that they titled the ultimate in culture slop after the Aldous Huxley novel as like somebody sneaking in the most self-aware self-own of our times.
I think it was just because they were too scared to call a movie New World Order.
And now we're exiting the spoilers.
Okay, so since I don't see when I will ever get the chance to talk about this ever again, let's go back to Smallville for a second.
Oh,
Two things. One, they had the Darkseid Cloud possess Michael Ironside, who, if you don't know, is the voice of Darkseid and all the DCU stuff, and do not have him do that voice.
What?
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 Yeah. Yeah, it's world-class fumble. Unmatched fumble. Two, Smallville has maybe the funniest version of the, like, weird dropping of a character's name as part of a sentence thing ever, where this general guy gets some shit. He's supposed to be Deathstroke.
Okay.
So he says, "You can't touch me anymore. I'm beyond Deathstroke now."
Oh.
How often would you say death stroked you before?
That hurt my spirit a little bit.
Well, it's a little. I think he's literally using a scythe in the scene he says that, so that would make a little more sense. Even though that character, Deathstroke does not use a scythe,
Because he's not a moron.
Hey, Bob, I'm tired of talking about terrible things.
Sure, okay.
Regrettable, then, that we have to talk about the new video game Shadow Labyrinth, the new sort of edgy Pac-Man reboot new parallel story made by Namco Bandai internally.
Which seems insane.
Now, for people who've listened to Big Think Dimension, you may notice that I'm not quick to make accusations about how certain art assets are made. I always frame things in a, it looks questionable. It could be. I don't know. Maybe. This shit is almost undoubtedly made with AI. The art is so incohesive and bizarre looking. It will go from blurry to overly sharp, 3 different art styles on a single piece of wall.
Mm-hmm. And it's not a small amount. This is like almost every wall in the game. Every platform you stand on.
Yeah. This thing is absolute slop. It apparently, I haven't played it, but everyone verified. Super obviously modeled after Hollow Knight. Absolutely enormous Metroidvania. The worst that has ever done it. You want power? No new power. You run giant gauntlet of a level to get a card key to open a door 7 times.
3 card keys for this door.
It is absolutely rotten. It is. I was trying to say positive about it. I really was. Mm-hmm. And then it refused to give us any new interesting mobility options. Yeah. And had the worst. Okay, so here's the thing. You're playing Metroidvania. It just started. And you're going to get an ability to help you do a thing. You've been seeing these long paths of spikes this whole time, okay? It's like, what am I going to do to get over these spikes? I just don't know. And the game goes, check this out. You have a devil trigger where you turn into a giant mech. You can just walk on those spikes. It's like, oh, so I'm burning meter that I've been building up for an insanely long time in order to walk on those spikes to grab that thing. They're like, yeah, I guess. Hours later, oh, so you have an air dash. What the fuck are you doing? And then many hours after that, and now you have a hook shot and it's terrible. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What is this? Stop.
Yeah, the hook shot was what? 7 hours, 6 hours?
Yeah, 7.5 hours in, because the majority of our stream was Shadow Labyrinth. We were live for 12 hours, and in that time we played 7.5 hours of Shadow Labyrinth, and everyone got like sad because it was a miserable game. And then we beat Pac-Man World Repack on the PS4. That was a fun game.
Yeah, it was.
That was a fun time. Nice little simple 3D platformer. Kind of some weird fusion of like an open-ended collectathon and a Crash Bandicoot.
It did feel like they had taken literally everything from out there other platformer before him.
3D platformer that gen. They're like, we're taking the metal cap. We're going to take collecting these letters. We're going to take all this. And it just kept going.
Yeah, it was like
so
we took the spin dash from Sonic.
From Sonic, and our physics may not be able to do that well.
No.
Really interesting stuff. I need to play the original PS1 version.
But with Shadow Labyrinth, not only the background looks AI, but the script is almost certainly AI like machine translated.
I am extremely skeptical. A person without the tools of AI translated a script anything like it is in this in 2025. It is wild, the levels of stilted and repeating phrases and all these other things that it's doing. And this is a 30-hour game. The plot's the only thing going on, and it's not good.
No.
It's very, as we were saying, Bob and I probably, by the end of it, we were like, you know what? It might have been more compelling if it was like edgy Pac-Man. Instead, it's kind of like weird anime runoff plot.
Yeah, it's
like a season of anime got rained on, and that gutter water, the gutter water just congealed into this game's plot.
Right. If you saw the Secret Level episode, it is nothing like that.
Literally nothing.
What?
Anyone who would have been interested in this, based on that, will be pissed at it.
Right.
And
Like, there's
anyone
no
who
blood.
could
This
have
is a-
been interested
this is a
in
T-rated
this
game.
would have seen that and not been interested in this.
Mm-hmm.
They're almost 100% not alike, but they look just close enough where you can pass it off. You'd be like, oh, that's the thing with the edgy Pac-Man, because Pac-Man goes, ah, and he eats stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But in this, he's always eating like things of a mechanical nature that are that are possessed by the G-hosts. Pac-Man eats the G-hosts.
Oh, I just put that together.
It's gonna look like I'm still here, but I'm gonna throw my headphones across the room, so I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, that's cool. I hope he doesn't break them. Well, actually, you know what? We recorded the other Variety podcast today already. You know, that's why we start this late. So we'll just take it out of his pay and get him a new pair of headphones. Oh, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. He'll be fine with that. It'll be worth it in this moment to have shattered a piece of equipment. G-host. There, I'm done saying it.
G-host is honestly the best sought out of these enemy names.
Bob, what is your problem? I actually remember. What is your problem with Nanan not guileless?
That is a random collection of syllables. That is not a name. I don't know what they were even thinking there. I think that might be a machine translation problem.
It certainly fucking sounds like it.
Right? Like no reasonable human would name something that.
Nan not guileless. And then a bunch of the other things are just reference like specific series. Like we got Zevians. We got Planet Xevious. We got the bad guy from Xevious. We got all this other stuff. We got we have the Galaxians, right? Or whatever.
Maybe.
Like we ended up just going all throughout the shooters. Bosconians.
Yes,
there we go.
Bosconians are definitely there.
We got Emperor Galaga and the Bosconians. From Bosconian. Bob's favorite Namco arcade game that he totally knows even exists.
Right. Like a lot of this game relies on you knowing the names of everything in the Namco arcade games. It's like, dude, you haven't even been doing a good job keeping collections of these out. Why do you think anyone knows what you're talking about?
The best part is I know, and I just go, okay. Moving on. Like, it's like if you expected a Gran Turismo game to come out and be like, hey, this car's a Ford, and for me to clap. Like, whoa, it's a fucking Ford car. Holy shit.
Wow.
It's fucking weird. Yeah, I think the only people who can care about this enough to beat it is people who actually care about the Namco timeline, where all the universes are in the same universe. Like people who are just like, well, I need to know what happened with the Ridge Racer Ace Combat universe. I need to know. I need to know what happened with the Xevious Namco.
I am slavering, chomping at the bit for Moby Games to put the credits up on this.
Same.
I need to know who made this. I do, even though it says Bandai Namco developed it, I don't believe it. I think it is one of those situations where they just didn't update who was actually making it.
They just kept it completely hidden. I could definitely see that.
I could see that too.
Because like, what team at Namco Bandai would be small enough to have made this?
None of them that want to come forward. Thank you.
Exactly.
So it's either we're trying to hide the people who made this, or we're trying to hide the people who made this because it's a completely different studio. Worth noting, executive producer on this, Katsuhiro Harada.
Jeez.
Wild.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I mean, Harada was a producer. In fact, this is one of the things that Harada was like, yeah, this is part of what fucked up Namco is that they promoted way too many good creatives into leadership. But I think he was executive producer on that Jump Force shit, but he had no real involvement and was like, yeah, I guess Americans want shit that looks bad. Don't dub it though.
Yep, smart. So anyway, the odds are higher than ever that this was made with AI. This might be the first, like, we snuck it out and we're hoping no one will notice because we don't want to tell Steam and people will get mad.
Steam needs to like be unbelievably vicious. They need to be like, if you fucking lie to us and don't disclose it, we're taking every game you published off Steam.
Yeah, no, they need actual
Steam has monopoly power.
They do.
They should use it in this case. They should just be like, we'll fucking bury you.
Worth noting, for people who are like, I don't know why you would insist that Namco Bandai would use AI for their art assets.
Everybody's Golf is right there.
For the Everybody's Golf game.
Yeah.
That already
one's
happened.
disclosed.
In fact, it's entirely possible that the backlash to that caused them to not disclose on this.
And if you really want, at the end of the day, to be like, well, don't make this about the morality of AI or whatever. It just looks like shit. And the script is shit.
Yeah, it does look like shit.
It looks fucking terrible, dude.
It's like those dog shit posters that was in High on Life. Like they're not good. Like you put garbage up on the walls in here. Like it very clearly misunderstood what the intent of your sentence was in a lot of these cases, and the person doing the environment design also didn't care that happened.
Mm-hmm.
So like, at the end of the day, it doesn't. If you could just look at it as this is absolutely rotten. This is a terrible game, and allegedly, it is over 20 hours long.
Yeah, which is too long for a Metroidvania.
It's
just
definitely
too long.
It is definitely too long for this one. They do not give you new powers.
They don't give you new powers. They don't have good ideas for areas. They don't have good ideas for anything. It's mostly just combat rooms.
I cannot express how absolutely annoying it is to be in a massive area and you work through an insane amount of tasks, challenges, and then at the end of it is like, oh, you didn't get a new ability. You just got another key card. That opens the door in that other area.
That is such dog shit. Never do that in your Metroidvania. A key should be let me do anything. A slide, a morph ball, a slightly higher jump, a double jump, a moving faster, a turning into mist to go through a grate. Literally anything but a key.
Yeah, I can forgive one key per game.
And that's
it.
I mean, I'm even more forgiving than that, but this did it nonstop. It was like 2 or 3 hours of us playing.
Mm-hmm. It was nothing but keys.
And here's the worst part.
Oh, right. The alternate key of get to this reactor and turn it on, then the elevator works. It's like, that's basically a key.
So we need to
I
talk
read
about
a bunch of reviews to this, and like multiple reviewers like, yeah, it'll just the way you're going will just stop, and they won't tell you where you need to go next. And I had to backtrack like 40 minutes to find the place, and I'm like, wow, I'm glad that Dan and Bob escaped this.
So let me tell you about the worst part of this game from a level design perspective. Are you ready? At a certain point, I'm glad chat bailed us out of this game because I don't want to spend 20 to 30 hours on stream being mad at a game that is completely inept. But one of the most frustrating things, no, not one of the, is there was a boss which came right after another boss. And the way you fought this boss is you used the save point, because there's a difference between a save point and a checkpoint. A checkpoint will not fill your health. And the checkpoint was not on the way to the boss. The save point was relatively accessible to the boss. Okay, so I'm at a save point in what is basically the main big room hub of the latest region. And let's pretend I just died at this boss. I had to get on an elevator that went really slow to get on another elevator that went really slow and had a screen transition, to get on another elevator that went really slow and had a screen transition, to run, and I shit you not, 17 screen spaces in a row with no enemies or anything to try the boss.
Yeah, so many of those came off as like, we played Dark Souls, but did not understand it at all.
In the least.
Yeah, it's like without the corpse run, but still do a corpse run, but there's nothing even in the way, so it's not difficult. It's just a time waster.
And to me, it seems like they wanted to make a room this size, and they did not prepare for that in the level design, and they were not redoing the level design.
Yeah,
so you just have to run to physically where we can fit this room.
It does feel that way sometimes. Like they made this map like years before the game was done.
It's okay though. They told the AI to fill in the assets of and it really is ass enough. It is an ass enough looking game for you to believe like, oh yeah, that's AI. This is terrible looking. This isn't a weird art style you executed in a slipshod manner. This is hideous. It is artless. It is disgusting. And then somehow, like, the characters have okay art. The funniest part of this, the thing you don't expect, is the part where you see it in action and you go, Namco Bandai tried to make a Vanillaware game for $20.
Yes.
They literally went, here's our budget. You can use AI for the environments and save some money, right? Okay, good. Now make the girl sexy, just like Vanillaware. Do the motion tween and make it look good. And they did the motion tween. The parts of their bodies do swing and animate.
Yeah, like it. I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to come out like, yeah, this project entered hardcore development hell, but they had already signed on for that secret level shit. So in the last like 18 months, they found the most bargain basement studio and went, just make something.
Right.
It doesn't matter what it looks like and how, like, nobody is actually going to play it anyway. And they were right. It is currently below Immortals Vavium on Steam. Like, it peaked lower than Immortals Vavium.
You bet your
Nobody
ass.
played this fucking game.
Yeah, of course not. They named it Shadow Labyrinth. They didn't even put Pac-Man in the name. They didn't try and get people in.
They didn't name it like Namco anything.
No.
Because Namco, you could have named it Namco something, and that would have, I don't brought any attention. This thing's terrible.
I find it really funny. There's so many buttons on modern controllers, and they still. So
Okay, nope.
Go for it.
Aggro.
Yes.
There's a stun gauge in this game for every enemy.
The fuck is wrong with them? I'm so sick of this.
Now, that's the beginning of our journey mentally. We're going to give you a separate attack. The modern controller, I believe, let me count it real quick. We're going to count the D-pad. So 4, 8, 10, 14. 14 different buttons, excluding start, share, and touchpad. What button do you think they set the stun attack to? The stun attack, by the way, which has a really long wind-up and is important to stun enemies.
Okay, I'm gonna start slow. Not one of the sticks.
Okay.
Okay.
We need Who Wants to Be a Millionaire music to play during that.
Honestly, I feel like I've already won. Is it one of the face buttons?
In theory, but not quite true.
Can I guess?
Yes, go ahead.
Because I don't actually. The fucking touchpad.
You have to hit down and square at the exact same time because a crouch hit is a thing in this game. And then it begins your insane wind up for a stun hit that does barely any more stun than your normal hits.
Well, all every other button is used, right?
No.
Nowhere near.
Oh.
Literally nowhere near. It's completely impossible by the end of this game. They've used all those. Yeah. And they were like, crouch and hit at the same time. No, that was a crouch hit. Crouch and hit at the same time.
Yeah,
no, that was a crouch hit. Crouch and hit at the same time. Oh, it worked, but the windup is so long, you've been hit out of it.
How?
Yeah, we don't know. Scientists are trying to figure out how this game was made.
Did they let the AI configure the buttons?
Part of me, every part of this is so slipshod. I refuse to believe a human being considered it even at all.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely rotten video game. Absolutely stunningly rotten video game. And yet, if I had time, I would have beaten it in my free time. Because I just need to know.
That's fair.
I need the knowledge. I need to know, but I don't have free time.
So, like, what did Namco think was okay to put out?
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, I want to have the knowledge of the ending of Shadow Labyrinth, the game no other human on Earth will beat.
Right.
That's valuable. Unlike Brave New World. What a stupid, terrible video game. And I don't have time for it. I have to play other things. Oh, geez. If only I had time for Shadow Labyrinth. Unfortunately, I got to play Donkey Kong Bonanza. Don't you feel bad for me?
Terrible. What a horrible fate.
Nintendo just ruining my week.
Are we segueing into talking about that briefly?
I'm good with that, Bob. You?
Sure.
Okay, great. Let me go ahead and just change the title. Go right ahead.
So I will start with something mean I have been thinking for like almost a week. This game is so reverent of every previous Donkey Kong thing, especially the Rare games, and not just the Donkey Kong countries, but even DK64 and even kind of Banjo-Kazooie. Rare doesn't deserve that. This is like imagine if Iga came back to Konami and made the greatest Castlevania ever, but it was bizarrely reverent towards Lords of Shadow. It has that energy.
That's really funny, but I would never compare Rare making Donkey Kong Country or 64
Right.
to Mercury Steam.
I wouldn't even compare.
That's just the power gap I'm talking about here.
Like, I deeply hate Banjo-Tooie, but even that, it's like, it's not as bad as like Lord of the Shadow.
Yeah, Donkey Kong Bonanza's real fucking good. Did you want an iterative sequel of Mario Odyssey? They made it.
Wow.
I honestly don't even feel like it's that. To me, it feels closer to a weird diversion of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Well, all of Nintendo, I agree with that, but all of Nintendo's games have kind of been pushing towards this expressive, like, player expression rather than hard linear area design. Because even Odyssey had some of that with all the moves you could sequence break real hard.
Mm-hmm.
And this does have stuff like that, like you surf off and then you take, and that gives you momentum, and then you put the block over your head again and do the double jump with it, and you can skip things. But
with this, it feels like there's almost no design way to go through levels because you can just smash everything and you have almost infinite movement like that, like you're talking about.
That is true. Later in the game, they do start to have a lot more unbreakable walls and stuff in places, and of course, they have all those little challenge courses that you have to mostly confront the way they want.
Right. The challenge courses also remind me very much more of like Breath of the Wild's. What do they call those?
Shrines.
Shrines. Yeah.
Shrines. But again, that's just a thing Odyssey had with the hat doors.
I need to play Odyssey again. I don't remember feeling this way
Yeah,
near as much about it is this.
I played them right back to back, and it's really similar. Although I agree that there is more Breath of the Wild type stuff, but it feels like the whole company has been pushing that way with not just like mechanics, but also the UI of games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they definitely are.
And some of the sound design in this is very Zelda-like when you pick items up and such. You know, other than the banana.
Right. Heck, even the another thing that I'm not too hot on is the overworld music isn't too extreme and in your face. Like, it feels more pulled back, kind of like Breath of the Wild. Not as much as that. It's not as subdued as that is. But the typical songs of playing are a lot more like
Yeah, it feels like they wanted it to be a little bit more low key because later in the game you can be in a Bonanza mode basically always.
Right, and then
which has its own music.
Right, the Bonanzas have their own music and are hype and cool, but it's like I kind of want the stage music to also be a thing where I feel like I'm not feeling it as I feel like I should be because it's Donkey Kong, like has incredible music, and a lot of those games, like country games, are some of the best music in the gaming industry.
I did find there is a really good remix of Sticker Brush Symphony somewhere in that game though.
Right.
I'm looking forward to it.
So, hey Nintendo, if you're not making a Minecraft type game with this tech to just cut Microsoft's throat, why are you not doing that? Like, this game has some pretty huge areas that it can remember like terrain destruction and generation on.
Because even they made that separate mode where you can boot up and do like the sculpting, which I haven't done myself, but I've seen a lot of posts of people doing it.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like if they wanted to make like a more survival-y type game with this tech, they could do that really easily. I wonder if it would be a new IP or if they would bolt it onto some existing IP they have.
Yeah, it's Splatoon.
Huh.
Like, I feel like that's a little bit too high concept for another Animal Crossing. Like, they don't want to fuck with the sauce that much.
Right.
I'm sure they have something in the vault. They could make it Chibi Robo somehow.
Metroid Dig.
If they don't want anyone to buy it, they could make a Chibi Robo somehow.
Hey, I need to play those games because I have heard nothing but like Chibi Robo on GameCube has like some of the strongest shooters of any game I've ever seen, and I know some of them aren't crazy.
Wait a second.
I know at least some of them aren't.
Wait a second. You tell me you didn't buy it though. Sounds like Bob was right.
Well, yeah, I never heard. I was poor then.
Nobody bought it anytime ever. That game's not
enough
real,
people bought it for them. Enough people bought it for that game to have 2 sequels.
That game's a government psyop.
I think 3 sequels.
It has the DS one or the 3DS.
It has
one.
the DS. It has a 3DS platformer. Then it has a sequel on the GameCube, and I think it has a DS game that is the same style as the first 2.
Someone in chat says, give it a chance. No, we tried giving games a chance. People hated that. Now I'm just a judgmental streamer guy who hates everything. I'm so angry about Chibi Robo.
Yes, they did. They did not even. They did not bring the DS one over though. They only brought over the first. They only brought the first 2 in Ziplash.
Yeah, I'm not even saying that the series is bad. I'm just like, I don't think it's
no one care.
Yeah, and I understand from the aspect of like, look at other Nintendo icons and look at Chibi Robo. Like, he's not appealing.
He could. I think his design.
He's real plain.
I don't know. He's cute.
He's cute, but he's plain.
They could sauce him up a little bit if they bring him back.
I'm going to go ahead and start shit with 2 small fan bases. I'm going to go ahead and say that Chibi Robo has way more sauce than Starfy.
Starfy is pretty terrible.
He's like a lot more unique than Starfy because like Starfy feels like just Broken Ben Kirby. So when I found out they were both made by Nintendo, I was like, what?
Yeah, Starfy is like if you put Kirby and Ristar into a blender and then ran it through a strainer, which got rid of all the sauce. The leftover pulp would be Starfy.
No, that is correct. That's what the man is. However, okay. Chibi Robo, you can't describe Chibi Robo with that.
No, he doesn't feel like a knockoff of another IP or anything.
He doesn't feel like congealed gaming IPs collided in the Large Hadron Collider or whatever. No. He's just Chibi Robo. He's over there. He's cute. He's got the plug tail thing going on or whatever. Like, he's got that box, that flat head.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's cool.
He looks like a thermos.
He should have been playable in Smash. We need him to be playable.
Sure, I mean, I'd take him over Piranha Plant, I guess.
Fucking of course.
Nah, I wouldn't.
What? You wouldn't take Chibi Robo over Piranha Plant?
If they made a whole new one, but like if you presented me the button I could press right now to replace Piranha Plant with Chibi Robo and copies of Ultimate, no, I wouldn't.
That's crazy. That I would do it in a heartbeat.
I would hit that button to get rid of Byleth.
Who wouldn't? Yeah, I could remember
Right.
Violet's on very much for any
I just
reason.
fucking hate looking at her. I hate looking, and not so much him, but her is the main one. Like, wow, look at your large fucking eyes. This sure was a whole character type in Metaphor ReFantasio.
One moment, someone has logged in the chat to defend that she's attractive, and they're attracted to her. Wow, this is a really compelling argument I couldn't have foreseen for a fucking Fire Emblem character.
If Byleth is so nothing, if you're attracted to that, like, just go goon to the sign on the women's bathroom.
I have no comments on this, Bob.
We should maybe move on.
No, yeah, okay. I'm gonna shove it right here because why not? We have a downtime. Hey, what's up? Did you know Gamers Go to the Movies is getting a new episode this next Monday, and you can listen to it uncensored on patreon.com/gbpodcast because people apparently did not like the censorship, which I understand, but the YouTube algorithm is an oppressive thing, and maybe we wouldn't have to give a shit what it thought about us if we were doing what one would consider objectively well as a podcast network. So
Yeah, if we were up there with like Red Letter Media, we would
my
be insane.
god, and even they censor. So like,
Oh my god, even
yeah, no, they.
somehow I didn't even notice.
So, anyways, patreon.com/GB podcast. Help support us, help us pay rent, buy food, and get that uncensored version. Thank you very much. Bob, you got Bonanza at Costco.
I did.
$62, is that?
62 plus tax brought it to like 68, which still hurt
Just
a lot.
barely not 70.
Just barely not. So yeah, that's good. I hope that they continue to do this for Nintendo titles. So we'll see. This seems like Costco has a thing where they respect Donkey Kong, but not much else. Like
I'm imagining the CEO being like, if you don't carry Donkey Kong, I'll kill you.
like the only game they carried before this for any platform was Donkey Kong Country
Returns remake for the
HD
Switch.
or whatever it was
Yeah.
called. Like our
Big fan of
Costco
Donkey
didn't
Kong.
even get the Princess Peach game.
I know. Well, wait. We can explain this. They're just misogynists.
I guess.
Or they have good taste as gamers
We'll
and they
s-
played Princess
We'll
Peach.
see
They were like,
when Metroid Prime 4 comes out if they get that.
we'll
they're
find
like,
out
oh,
if
is that
they're
a woman again?
misogynists. We'll find if they're wholesale misogynists. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
This is a good game.
It's good. Like
a good game?
I have said things. I don't think it's nearly as good as like Odyssey or anything, but it's still good. Like, but I do find myself just being like running around areas, constantly matching. You can hit R1 at any point to slap the ground and look for hidden items, and it does like a sonar sweep. So I'm just doing that all the time and looking for things, looking in the environment for where things are, and then trying to dig towards them, which is a little monotonous. Like it doesn't.
What layer are you on?
I am like over 1,000.
Oh, so you're further than me. Damn.
Bob, would you have what you would describe as a nearly crippling level of obsessive compulsive disorder?
I don't think so because
Chris,
I have
would
made
you-
myself leave areas.
Chris, would you describe yourself as suffering from what you might describe as a troubling amount of obsessive compulsive disorder?
I wouldn't say troubling because I get 90% of the bananas and then it's go, okay, that's enough. Like I don't need to find where the last 3 or 4 are.
Okay.
Very grateful that unlike Odyssey, this has a button you can hit to see how many there are.
Oh, that is nice.
Yes, that is very appreciated.
Mm.
Here's another tip if you're playing Bonanza. Go into that collections menu and switch over to the digging stats. Just do that. Just do it once. Have you done that yet, Bob?
Yes, I've done that.
Okay.
I've had that
Because
pretty
I
early on
was
accident.
because I did that and then got a free $1 million loan.
Ooh.
Yeah,
$1 million.
Money stopped meaning much of anything to me.
I have a question.
Yeah.
In Mario Odyssey, when you get a moon, it goes ba-da-da-ba-da-ba-boo.
Mhm.
Is there a catchy jingle that comes with the banana?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, what's it sound
Yes,
like?
and I don't remember the second. But it is it
pretty
does
sure
take
it's
the
just
control of the
What is it, Bob?
I'm pretty sure it's just ooh banana like reverberated out. Like it's not really.
Are there music notes?
I don't remember.
If you get a skill point, which you get if you eat 5 bananas, you get a skill point for Donkey Kong's skill tree. But when you get a banana, you get like a big camera zoom in, and they both pose, and it's like more explicit than in Odyssey, where they kind of kept it pulled out. And if you get a skill point, there's a second level of it, where like they both flex, and that has like a do 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 do.
Yeah, it's like the drumming up sort of thing you'd see with Spongos.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
So Bob, are you damaged enough that when you fought the boss that turns invisible, you noticed that their movement pattern was exactly like K. Rool's being invisible in DK64?
No, I just continued to clobber them without even thinking about it.
I think that was late enough in the DK64 stream where Bob may not remember a lot.
Because my brain, I noticed it immediately.
Does he also become a cardboard standee and pop up on 4 different sides of the thing you're standing on?
That hasn't happened yet, but there's still.
Okay.
Haven't beaten the game yet.
Yeah, I haven't beaten the game either, but I have been plowing through bosses so much and recognizing anything that they were doing.
Yeah, the bosses in this are kind of more pathetic than the ones in Odyssey, who were pretty pathetic already.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's been a couple that force you to respect their phases, but a lot of them, it just goes like Stardust Crusaders, like where Jotaro just annihilates them before they can even open their mouth.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. Donkey Kong's maybe too powerful.
He's a strong dude.
The villain is so funny. It's so blatant what they did.
Do I want to know?
I mean, you'll know the second you see them.
Oh, okay. So it's a visually obvious thing?
Yes. Maybe not as obvious as I thought. If Bob is struggling.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what it is.
He's
so.
Frieza.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
I look forward to having an opinion on this. By the way, in case it hasn't been clear from my silence and questions, I've not played it. I'm getting a copy. I'm borrowing a copy tonight to play. So this is why I have no opinions. Bob,
yeah,
you know me. Chris, you know me. Is this going to be my game of the year?
Yeah, probably.
I'm not
Unless
sure.
you have the same sort of problems Bob has with it, it will be your game of the year.
Knowing now that mouse control in Metroid Prime 4 will probably suck because mouse control on Welcome Tour has both acceleration, deceleration, and weird latency.
Uh-huh.
Do you think this will be my game?
I mean, there's a good chance.
Okay.
Unless something else just sneaks out.
I mean, Dynasty Warriors is
Dynasty Warriors right there.
That's the real
threat. I don't know if this sort of platforming will click with you the same way Mario platforming does, because it doesn't feel similar.
It's very different, yeah.
Yeah, it feels
It is
super
different. But I had the Dan crying because he didn't know things could ever get this good moment with this game.
That's awesome.
Where it was like, holy shit, this is fucking video games. Nintendo, no game should ever look better than this. Don't you dare try to make anything look better than this to sacrifice performance. There's just a magical effect of seeing a Nintendo game that looks like this.
100%.
Yeah, no, it does look incredible.
I had a moment where I was sad that the next Zelda is going to try to look better than Tears of the Kingdom massively. And that's like, oh, god damn it.
Yeah, you better not.
Guys.
It'll probably look marginally, but it'll probably look about on par with this, I guess. Probably.
I need them to not make the game run bad or like have problems for making the game because it's too high quality. Because of that,
they kind of went back. Nintendo like signaled very clearly, like, yes, we're going to make even smaller games going forward. Because I don't think they liked that the team that made Mario Odyssey had to spend 8 years making this either.
Which I can definitely see why with this system of breaking. It's like they made Geomod in-house.
They made Geomod in-house using voxel technology, apparently.
Yeah.
It's like this started as a Switch 1 game.
Right.
They changed to Switch 2.
Which I can't
run on the Switch 1.
Switch 1, yeah.
I can't imagine it at all.
See someone in chat saying, I love how it doesn't even use all those fancy DLSS features. I think Digital Foundry was like, oh, it only uses a dynamic resolution. I'm like, oh, so it has clean pixels. Hell yeah.
Yes, I didn't even consider it. At no point was like, yeah, this is crisp.
Right? It's always just look nice.
Except there's bizarre slowdown, not when you're playing the game. Only when the camera pans to show you something bizarrely.
Yeah, that's true. Because I guess it has to load up a whole different part of the zone it wasn't doing before.
Yes.
Something
Or
like
it's
that.
just a weird optimization thing. Because like we know this game, they got this game out as soon as they possibly could, and it still couldn't make Switch 2 launch. So I expect a couple patches.
Fiercely Six in chat with Crisp Wolfheart. I'm like, that's a good rap name. That's
yes.
I'm
So-
sorry that got me.
So one of those beautiful epiphany moments I had playing this was I just had this realization. Oh my god. No game is ever going to take too long to load ever again. There remains no platform where games take too long to load.
Yeah, it's great. It was awesome. I've never been more vindicated for complaining by the tail end of 8th gen. That sucked.
It did.
You don't remember, chat. It took over a minute to load sometimes. Fucking video games. And there were people out there because they liked the game. They're like, well, that's good, actually. I like standing up and walking away and doing stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'm
So
very
dumb.
impressed with the map in this. You just hit the map button. It's fully 3D.
Oh, fuck.
You just rotate it around. It'll mark things you've marked on the map. You can set pins. You can be like, okay, that's the shirt shop. I want to pin that and go there. And it just works super well. It's always very clear where things are.
You know, Bob, maybe we should pivot our Friday stream plans. Okay, hear me out. You stay home. And Friday is just Dan eats all of Donkey Kong Bonanza in one sitting because he's a disgusting slob of a man.
It would be a long stream.
Yeah.
This game is absurdly long.
And that would be delightful. I'm just there for 30 hours with Chad, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep on the couch. You all have to keep watching, otherwise the viewership will go down, and then we won't successfully be able to launch. As we're saying, VBoots, our new VTuber agency. You know, we need the metrics to look good, otherwise we can't do that. So you all have to keep watching. A lot of people are calling for this, Bob. A lot of people. If you ran straight through, it wouldn't be hard. But what if?
Dan is incapable of that. He wouldn't even enjoy the game if he did that.
Yeah, like what the hell are you people talking about? Have you not seen Dan?
But what if I spent the whole weekend in a single stream?
Dan doesn't want to. Dan would be confronted with the option of a Donkey Kong game where he can level up and get stronger, and you say no. Don't level up.
No,
Don't make Donkey Kong stronger. Which I think that weirdly the skill system in this does give you a little bit of feel like, oh, you start me out with the bad version, I have to get the good version of something like, you'd better buy those upgrades to punching through walls quick.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because some of them, like the first challenge map I did is like, you can punch through this wall pretty quickly, right? It's like, no, I can't. I haven't bought that upgrade yet.
Turns out that's really important stuff. Really important stuff. I'm excited for this game.
Yeah.
It's really between this and Dynasty Warriors Origins. I don't see anything else coming close. Especially since I saw the opening of Metroid Prime 4 and I'm like, oh, that's very Prime 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably really like the game once this sequence ends.
Man, that's still not out. We still don't know when that's out.
We have
but
no
I guess
idea.
There's
Maybe
still rumors that this month, so next week we'll get to the Nintendo Direct.
Those rumors literally involve the Nintendo playtest thing, that weird online game they did that involved that launching on top of that Direct. It just updated.
Okay, yeah.
Like yesterday. So that is looking like a pretty reliable leak. That is looking pretty trustworthy.
They better not do Thursday. You know they love
Nintendo. They would never. When has Nintendo ever fucked us over? Anyway, see you at 7 a.m.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, this is great. Chris, did you have anything else you want to say about Donkey Kong Bonanza before we move on?
Nah.
Bob, did you have anything you want to say about Donkey Kong Bonanza before we move on?
It's really good that Pauline is here. I feel like she helps a lot.
Yeah, that's such the moment they revealed that I was like, fucking geniuses. God damn it.
Yeah, that like there would be so much less loss in this game if she wasn't here.
Yeah.
Also,
They
you can buy
ki-
costumes.
Yeah, the costumes are actually really, really good. I think it's funny you can change DK's fur color. That's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
yes.
bizarre.
You get into the way they like implement this is you're buying the hair dye. So they have a produced box that looks like a shampoo box for DK. It's really good. But yeah, I guess that's about it. Oh, right. And the other thing you're doing while getting the banana is also looking for fossils, because these fossils let you buy the different outfits. So you can easily get obsessed with, I need the fossils. But that's about it.
Sorry, I just news.
No.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
It'll be fine. So you think we should go through with our original plan for Friday, and then I shouldn't do some absolutely insane length stream of Donkey Kong Bonanza?
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. That doesn't. I'm not sure if that's. We have all these games to get through on the list and stuff. So I don't know if it's,
Well, I
there's
mean, that
for-
time's time for. If you think about it, we could just stream those on the other days. I wouldn't be playing this exact game anyway, for other reasons.
Mm-hmm. That's
Anyway.
true. I mean, it's been a week. People probably would be okay with watching.
Also,
it. I
I'll
don't know.
die while streaming it, and people are very interested in that. Let me tell you. Bob, what else have you been playing?
Not much. I mostly played Donkey Kong. I did boot up a little bit more of the PCSX2 and see how how things were running. It seems to be playing everything I showed at it pretty well, but I'm only playing the first 20 so minutes of these games. So this is by no means like, oh yeah, it's working great on these.
Well, if it makes you feel better, instantly the problems of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 present themselves. That shows up in the Foundry level. So
Wow.
but it works. It just flickers and it has weird.
I would say
Z-file.
this is good enough to say it has 100% compatibility in a YouTube video.
Oh no.
Cool.
I do keep getting disappointed when I like boot up a game. It's like, yeah, there's no retro achievements, man.
I know.
Like CY girls. Can you believe no one
Can
made
you
retro?
believe it?
But they did make achievements for Tenchu Fatal Shadows, which is a game I like 100%ed earlier this year on the real PS2.
And you were like, I could have been the coolest guy on retro achievements.
I more of like came to it because like, well, I just played this. I know how it's supposed to run. And it does seem to run accurately and feel pretty good.
Yeah,
So,
they did a great job with that emulator.
Yeah, that's
over the years.
crazy.
Like, holy shit.
I booted up Devil May Cry 1 and I was like, this feels really laggy. I was like, oh, right. Devil May Cry 1 feels pretty laggy. Like it does not feel as good as it should, which is unfortunate. But then I came to this and was like, oh, thank God. This is not an emulator-wide problem. This is Devil May Cry 1 being like that. What other ones did I boot up? I booted up Blood Will Tell.
Okay.
And that also seemed to run pretty well.
Dope.
Like no,
Because that game cost $500 US or something insane.
like that. Yeah, and that game's really neat. If anyone hasn't played it, I definitely suggest giving it a try. It actually might be the best like reinterpretation of the Dororo story, and it adds more than the original manga has because the manga was just kind of left in like it didn't get an ending, like literally. Just cuts off at random chapters. I went and bought the manga after playing this game and watching the movie. Because I was like, well, that was really cool. I want to see how it originally went down. And it didn't. Because the whole idea was that story is it's this man had all of his organs and limbs stolen by demons, and there are 48 demons, and he needs to go kill them to get each individual part back. And yeah, I think that the manga does like maybe 10. Like it's not many.
Oh, that's I see.
Wow.
That's
So
like Pirates of the Dark Water.
right, it does feel like that. I don't know what the story is if he just got tired of it or if he died when it was being produced or what happened, because it's one of those famous artists. Like I think he did Astro Boy.
I can't remember who it was specifically.
Tezuka?
I think it's him, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's him.
yeah, but yeah, it's Tezuka.
Okay.
Okay. Do you think there's a way in PCSX2 to customize what the no achievements found sound is? Because I feel like that's a good platform for humor. To just have it play
I
like
bet there is.
like the game over theme from any number of video games. That would be delightful.
Which I believe that also Blood Will Tell I think also had retro achievements. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
No, they mostly focus on shit only I would care about when it comes to retro achievements. They're just like, no one likes that. That's just you. And I'm like, well, damn, dog. And they're like, don't worry, we got the bouncer. And I'm like, you got the bouncer? One moment.
I need to check if Crimson Tears have retro achievements.
You do need to check. Also, I need to see what the PS2 Castlevanias look like on that.
Oh yeah, that might be one of the better ways to play those.
Yeah, because it would probably look a lot nicer than it does on real hardware.
Right.
That's how I got played most of the one with the guy that became a pitiful cuck in the animated series.
Yeah, Curse of Darkness.
Curse of Darkness, where I got to the Infinite Corridor and I'm like, I walked to the end of this 20-minute hallway and found one item and it wanted me to go back. I think I'm done playing Curse of Darkness.
Let me introduce you to the power of the turbo button.
I don't think my PC was good enough to turbo a PS2
Probably
game at the time.
not. It's just, I definitely only
This was
get
like
away with that shit because
This is like 2019.
Yeah, and this
is
is
the 4090.
This
the
is
4090.
No, actually, I would say it's more the CPU side, to be honest.
Yeah,
of
probably.
Just like that thing's an insanely good gamer CPU.
Right.
Like, good lord. I'm sure if we even just use our last PC with the 4090, it would be like, dude, I can't turbo. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I haven't tried turboing anything yet because my PC has been dealing with these games pretty well in general.
And that's cool. That's awesome because you don't like Bob's PC. I believe it's a mid-range 12,000 series CPU from Intel.
That sounds right.
Yeah, 12,700 or 12,500, somewhere in that range. And then the GPUs still just are 1080 Ti.
Right.
And that's awesome. That's great because, man, the PS2 is the greatest library of games possibly that has ever existed. So making that more accessible is good. Sony!
Yeah.
They're going to get such a dub when they finally put PS2 backcompat, like emulation stuff, in the PS6. That'll be the only reason any human cares about the PS6.
They won't even do that. They're too lame.
That's how it feels. But if they do it, that'd be like the only reason I'd have to buy it.
I'm telling you, that's the only reason anyone would care.
Here's my cursed gamer premonition. The PS6 won't have backwards compatibility at all because publishers will yell at Sony to get rid of it because they blame it for poor sales. It won't even play PS4 and PS5 games.
That'd be so bad.
I'm saying that's not going to happen. Ain't going to happen.
If they could be duped that hard, like I don't.
We bare minimum will hear about these publishers trying.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt that. Because they want to sell the game again.
It's not even that. I think at this point it's just like we need them to be forced to buy the new thing. If they can play the old, if they can spend money on old thing, we're screwed. We can't compete with old thing.
I see in chat, Dan, you literally said the same thing about the PS5. No, I gave many reasons the PS5 would be a vast upgrade over the PS4. This is literally the only way people will care about a PS6.
Yeah, maybe they mean the backwards compatibility thing because we were thinking that would have backwards compatibility.
I know a lot of people disagree, but I still think it's fucking possible. You cannot convince me it's impossible to have a hardware-specific optimized PS2 emulator run on the PS5.
Oh yeah,
they're already making one. Like if they gave a shit, they could have it work for sure. Like it's more powerful than most PCs in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
and
it's
since it's a console, it obviously gets advantages. But I do think that's long-term their plan because now they get to sell a whole tier of PlayStation Plus with a catalog of that forever. They get infinite money out of it, so it's a little bit easier to write off. And that one company made it sound like the one who handles all this back compat for Sony made it sound like they're already working on PS2, like they're laying the groundwork and stuff last year, if I remember correctly. So. Oh, yeah, and also there was that old marketing of the PS5 literally being like, it has all the consoles in there, was the angle of the marketing before they really launched the thing and stuff. So it really did imply, and there were leaks. Apparently journalists were even led to believe that was the whole intent. So
yeah, it seems preposterous that we just didn't get it.
I am going to have like my falling down moment and show up in Britain with a suitcase and a gun if we find out that Jim Ryan was like, nah, we don't need that.
I'll miss you.
Focus on this other stuff.
I'll miss you, but you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, probably was Jim Ryan.
I'm of the opinion that maybe that it's more likely that it was never seriously in development, but I could also just see him going, no, why would people want to play those?
I have the opinion that what probably happened is we got the new stuff, right? The new like batch of things. And to some extent people sort of go, "Oh, hey, they actually buy these when they're real games you download and not streamed."
Mm-hmm.
And to some extent, early on, they were gaslighting them with like, no one cares. See, they aren't playing the streamed version. They play it for a bit and get bored and go away. Anyway, we got to move on.
Yeah.
Anything other than PCSX2 stuff?
No, that was it.
Hey, Aggro.
Hey, Dan.
What you been playing?
So mostly all I've really played to talk about is more of the RE4 remake VR on PSVR 2. Dan, a weird thing happened.
Yeah.
I was making my way through the castle, and I was thinking, right, after this, there's like the island and the lab. What's between those two things? I don't remember how those connect. Dan, I forgot there were giant bugs in this game.
Oh.
I just straight up forgot they were a thing until I opened the door and saw mushrooms growing and everything, and all of the memories flooded back in an instant.
Man, I forgot. I didn't consider that. I'm never playing this shit in VR.
How's that going for you in VR, Aggro?
The bugs in VR are honestly a lot easier to kill.
Okay. That's
Okay.
good.
I just don't want to look at them.
Yeah, no, it's after you kill them and they pop into goo and it like flushes up into your point of view it's not great. It freaks me out every time it happens. But just of themselves, being able to pick them off in midair with a laser-sighted pistol in VR is incredibly easier.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
They are not easier to spot when they're camouflaged.
Oh.
I keep like looking down 2 frames before they decloak going, God damn it, I should have seen that.
I like that Resident Evil 4, even this version, still has the power of like, wait, how did these two things connect? Was there part of the game that just didn't, that I don't remember?
Yeah, even even the remake still has that.
Right.
Because the original, it's like, wait, how did we get to an Egyptian tomb again?
Yeah, it's I still, again, having played Resident Evil 4 at least 15 times, still could not probably not perfectly put in like the sequence of events of that castle.
You have the giant cards that say like a location, and you need to arrange them like a storyboard correctly for the whole game, and then we see how close you got.
Like, especially after you do the whole get thrown in a well section, you come back up and you're like, okay, how and why did this loop back around to this room?
You should play the original at some point, Agger, because it's even funnier in that respect.
I do. Like, I see the list of stuff that is in that isn't in the remake, and I really need to play it.
Have you played the DLC for 4?
No, I'm going to do that next.
Yeah, because I think that includes pretty much all the stuff from the original game that was not in the remake. Like, they were like,
that's
sorry,
really
we
good.
had to take it out, so here's all the shit that was in there.
One thing I did do on this playthrough was finally kill the xenomorph. I remembered to take out the rocket launcher, which doesn't kill it.
No.
It gets back up. I did not expect that. That was terrifying, because I didn't even leave the first room where they're like he shows up and you're supposed to run around the central pillar to get away from him. I'm just like, haha, idiot, bazooka. And then he stands back up.
I think if you freeze him, it's an instant. It's a one shot.
One thing that does work in the VR version, because I've spoken at length about how combat is very different when you can have a gun in each hand and your field of view is incredibly easy to move around now and you can aim at 2 different things. I had not considered, because the boss has never really called for it, how quick you can ammo dump with a gun in each hand.
Yeah.
I am
awesome.
using the striker shotgun now, which, oh man, reloading that thing with VR controls is a pain in the ass, because I don't know if you know this about those things. They are, the drum magazine is a manual spring. So it's sort of truncated in this game, where you just have to hit the ejector rod once and then load one shell in, and it's like, it's full, and then you just have to wind the front spring one time. But between that and the Magnum in the other hand, just pulling the trigger over and over, going, why didn't the rocket launcher kill you? It took like 20 rounds of shotgun, 6 rounds of Magnum, and half of my remaining regular handgun ammo to put it down. The Krauser fight is absolutely trivialized in VR.
I bet.
You just hold the knife in front of you and wiggle it to the degree that would be accomplished by not focusing on keeping your hand still, and you just parry everything he does.
That's amazing.
It's incredible. He keeps shit-talking you and flipping over you, and you're just holding your knife out in front of you. The minecart section is as amazing as you would expect in VR.
Of course.
On the island with the base and all the auto turrets with the lasers and the spotlights, I got caught by a spotlight pretty much immediately because I wasn't looking at me from a slightly elevated position. So I wasn't seeing the ground where I was standing and using that to index where the spotlights were. I just walked out a door and went, oh shit, that's the siren. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. It remains an incredibly fun way to replay this game.
Chris?
Yeah.
What have you been playing?
So on Saturday, I streamed Kirby's Dream Course and Kirby Superstar. I sure was scared of Dream Course for no reason.
I don't know why that would be. I'm just going to take these headphones off. I'll be back in a moment.
Dano's going to confront what may or may not have happened on Saturday.
I even prepared a Happy Gilmore, him screaming at the ball to get in the hole, because I thought this was going to go much worse. And chat hardly got to play it.
Huh. Yeah, how long did it take you?
Like 2.5 hours.
So did you even have to restart, or?
I had to restart, I think, course 6, and I think course 6, 7, and 8. So the last 3 I had to restart once each. And usually it was either on hole 7 or 8, because I would make it all the way to the end and then just screw up somehow and get myself into a situation I could not come back from. The last final boss of that game sure doesn't explain itself at all.
There's a final boss in a golf game?
Yep. King DDD summons a giant robot and starts to slowly approach you, and all of your mechanics are gone except firing and aiming. And you just throw yourself at him over and over. But that doesn't actually do anything, because you have to hit him in the head. So you have to wait till he's close enough, because if he gets to, there's a glowing line that you're on, and if he gets to you, you die. And he throws out these mini mecha DDDs, and if one of those gets to the line, they run at you and kill you and take a life. And if you're on the line, you can shoot yourself to avoid them. So you just have to wait till he gets kind of close and just hit him in the head, and you only have to do that 3 times, and then he's done.
It's interesting they even tried to do a boss fight with this. So that's neat.
Yeah, it's a neat little game. It is kind of annoying. You are tense the most of the time in the back half of that game, just because it's like, I hope I understand the physics as well as I think I do. Or you'll accidentally press a button at the wrong time and fling yourself off the ledge with the power. It's like, fuck, I didn't mean to activate the fireball ability that just throws you at Mach speed and doesn't care if you're in the air. You're immune to gravity while it's working. And since that didn't take so long, we did a Superstar, which is Kirby Superstar. There's not a whole lot to say about Kirby Superstar anymore.
It's great. Gets you real high.
Yeah, that's literally what I said.
I'm really glad I skipped the part of Big Think where Chris cried because Dream Course is such a hard game.
Superstar is that Super Nintendo one with like the 4 different games in it,
Yeah.
right? Did,
It's like
the
8.
six. It's like 6 or 7. Yeah.
did you go through all of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. A good game.
I would still recommend people play the DS version of that nowadays if they have access to it, since that has much nicer assets and also more stuff.
It does have more stuff, and that's cool as hell. And it does have a more refined aesthetic compared to Super NES game with CG pre-rendered tiles. But I like the original game.
I like the original game too. I had to learn my limitations though.
Yeah.
The limitations of aging. I cannot beat Samurai Kirby anymore. Not even on the easiest difficulty.
Oh no.
What? Really?
No. They want like a 0.11 second reaction time. I can't fucking do that anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe I could if I locked in.
Are you sure it's
You don't
not
have
the way you're playing? You gotta
I'm
get.
playing on the Mister.
Yeah, you
with
need to
black
be
frame
playing-
insertion on an OLED.
Oh, black frame insertion adds latency,
Oh, well, I guess I'll have to turn that off and try it again.
and then you gotta make sure gamer mode's on it, and then you gotta make sure you have a snacks adapter, so that way you can use a real Super Nintendo controller, and then throw it all away and get a CRT.
I do have a CRT in the shed,
See?
but I have to buy the thing for the Mister that lets you connect it to a CRT because I bought the digital.
Oh, you bought the
one.
digital only. Ah. Please, Dan. It's literally an input latency minigame.
Yeah,
This
It
is
is.
super
Yeah,
relevant.
it's purely reaction
It's
time.
literally
So yes,
just random reaction time.
like it's the same reason that when I announced I was doing that Punch Out thing, but like more than one retro streamer was like, "You're not going to do it on emulator, right? You're not going to be able to do Mike Tyson on an emulator." Because the first 90 seconds of that fight are just reaction, like purely reaction.
Yeah, I'm really glad that a lot of emulators have gotten input latency down. Because oh man. Like PS1, the Duck Station, that's really good about it.
Huh.
But again, I have a high refresh rate monitor, so that's probably cutting out of it a decent chunk just based on the nature of these things. Did you play anything else? Is Chris
No,
still-
I was
oh,
just
okay.
I was just destroying the world in Bonanza.
Good. The world deserves it.
For half a second, I thought that was a harmonic.
I thought he was going to play the comb.
Like, this is an immaculate transition.
You put
Good,
the
the
wax
world
paper on it,
deserves
and
Yeah, exactly. Let me go get some wax paper. I'll play the combs for you. Chat, you ready? We got a musical band now. It's me. Hey, Chris, what are you doing on Saturday?
nothing. I have to drive across the state. On
Ugh.
Sunday, I might do something, but don't count on it.
Okay.
I am very upset about this because that means I could not be on Twitch star Daihime Sama's charity stream that is this Saturday.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Where they are, them and 23 other streamers and VTubers will be doing a Sonic Riders tournament for charity. So please check them out. I sadly had the opportunity to be on that, but I knew that I was going to have to drive across the state that day and got very upset.
That sucks, dude.
Yeah. Yep.
This is the moment we got to pull the trigger on what tomorrow is.
Yeah, Dan, what do you want to do?
I mean, obviously they need to vote.
oh,
It'd
they
be-
need to vote?
They need to vote, so it'd be unfair to deter people who don't want to have Donkey Kong Bonanza spoiled.
Oh, yes. They need to vote for
to
that.
let
For
them
the
vote. So I'm gonna say we go the other way.
All right.
Hey, Chad, have you seen all of Shovel Knight? Like all of the expansions all in a row? Because boy, do I have a stream for you tomorrow. We're gonna play every Shovel Knight expansion.
What you
Hey,
playing it on?
I don't know. Probably the
Don't
PS5.
play it on Switch.
Why? What's up with the Switch version?
Switch doesn't get a bonus boss.
Weird.
That is weird.
At least I don't think so. Chad will correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it has a special boss. Because Sony gets Kratos and Xbox and PC get Battletoads.
Battletoads. Oh shit!
I'm
People are
glad they
saying
finally
the
gave
Switch
it to
got
PC.
Amiibo stuff instead.
That's not.
Yeah, that's
comparable.
definitely not equal.
Yeah, so probably the PlayStation version. Anyways, for people who don't know, that means we're going to be playing Shovel Knight, the legendary game that everyone knows and loves.
Which I think is called Shovel of Hope.
Yes, that campaign is called Shovel of Hope. Let me pull up the page for this so we can say the exact names of all the expansions. We're also going to be doing Plague of Shadows, where you play as Plague Knight. We're going to be playing Spectre of Torment, where you play as Spectre Knight. You might notice a pattern. We'll be playing King of Cards. We play as King Knight.
I hear that one's real cool and like WarioWare or something. Sorry, Wario Land, not WarioWare.
Yeah,
like
that's kind of the one I like the least of them.
Oh, wow, really?
Oh, no.
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do the Spectre Knight campaign and be like, why is that character from Disgaea 3 here? I don't understand. They just took him directly.
Yeah, he is in there. That's weird.
So yeah, we're going to be doing that, and people get to make the final choice of theme month voted upon. Is it Demon Pit 2 or Metal Gear Solid month? Which one is it? My God.
Yeah, what a weird competition that is.
These are two very different worlds of theme months. So you get to come in and vote for those. Those were the ones that tied in the second wave of voting. They tied perfectly. So come out to vote tomorrow, and let's be real, the next day when we're still live with Shovel Knight. Now, based on information online, Bob, this will take us a long fucking time. Based on information online, allegedly, I believe they said 24 hours or something. Chris does not believe this. Is that correct, Chris?
Correct. Let's see. That's 4 campaigns. I would say you will be done in 14 to 16. And that's on the high end. I actually kind of think it'll be closer to 12, but I'm being conservative.
Now, it's
14 to 16 is my guess.
The original Shovel Knight game is 6.5 hours long, according to How Long to Beat.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I haven't looked at anything we've ever done on it or anything else to judge how long we think we would take. Bob, where do you think we're going to land? You said Plague Knight can kind of just tear through the game, right?
That when the Chris said that.
Okay.
Yeah, I said that, and you can, like, because it's the exact same map, so you know everything that's coming on that one.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to just say I'm going to be conservative and like prepare for the worst by saying 20 hours.
20 hours? Chat, I think this is going to break 22. This is going to be up there with the Sonic Chronicles Dark Brotherhood stream.
I don't think it is.
I sure hope not. They'll definitely be a
Like,
lot more enjoyable than that, but still.
Like that game has a lot of content, but it's still ultimately structured like a Mega Man game and has 8 real levels in like a fortress.
Mm-hmm.
If this game breaks 24.1 hours, it will be our 7th. It will be tied for our 6/7th longest stream with Yick and the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 24-hour marathon. Is it going to happen? Or are we finally going to have a stream break into the top 10 again? Because reminder, even Sonic Chronicles wasn't long enough. At 23.2 hours is our 11th longest stream.
I simply can't believe that it would be as long as that. I don't think that's happening. Because we're not going to be 100% in any of these.
No. I'm going to have a great time. I love motherfucking Mega Man games. This is very Mega Man coded.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of delightful shit in this game. This is a fucking delightful game. And I don't know fucking dick about any of the expansions. So that's all fresh for me.
Yeah, I never beat any of the expansions. And I was thinking, I played it like the first 2 levels of Spectre Knight and thought it was cool. I don't know why I stopped. I think maybe because it was on the Switch. I just didn't like playing it on there.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me, Bob. Fuck you, Nintendo. You pieces of shit. You scumbags.
What did they do?
The Switch Pro controller can't wake the console up from sleep.
Yeah, I can't wait.
It works
Switch
perfectly
2.
fine. It works perfectly fine in every other way. I'm not spending $90 so I can wake up the console with the controller.
Oh,
every time I have to walk,
he's using the original Switch Pro
I'm
controller.
using the original. Every time I walk up and hit the button, I think about it. I consider it, but I'm not gonna. You bastards! I know that's why. There's no way you couldn't have made it able to wake up the Switch.
But Chris, you get the extra cool inner shoulder triggers.
Those suck, but
Those suck, but
the controller does just feel better in every way than the old one. But it's so hard to
I'm
recommend
sure
because
I'll
it's
get-
$85.
right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
sure I'll
it's-
get one when
it's not
this one
okay.
craps out. I had it since launch of the. Well, not launch. The summer the Switch came out, so I'm sure it'll die eventually.
And as Nintendo said, they've looked at every single part of the controller and reconsidered it. Ignore that we are showing you a picture of two identical looking controllers.
On a related note, you all, if you slept on the Welcome Tour spoilercast review featuring Sebmall from twitch.tv/Sebmall, you need to go listen to that. That is a hilarious fucking podcast where three guys who are three of the only guys to fucking beat that game talk about all the insane shit that is said in that game. Like when you go to the screen segment and for the info quiz, it's like, by the way, this screen doesn't look as good as the Switch OLED, but. And I'm like, you don't fucking admit that in the propaganda paperwork. What are you doing? That made me laugh so hard when I ran into that. It's like, the colors aren't as good, but. And I'm like, I know, but like, you're not supposed to admit that, bro. Also, there's the part where they're like, now, based on the quiz we're giving you here, how thick would you say the filter to make the colors even more red on the Switch 2 are? And I'm like, it's a fucking screen on a portable. It's pretty thin, right? And they're like, no, it's thick. And I'm like, what are you, a Genshin fan? Get out of here. What the fuck? Stupid failing me on a quiz because of that shit. Get out. So thick. Anyway, that was a completely unreal experience.
Yeah,
And they actually literally aggro.
these other two hosts just missed out on.
You missed out? You both lucked
out.
They have a literal mini game where you scratch paint off of a thing. You have to take
Hell yeah.
your Joy-Con and put it down on the desk and just do.
Oh yeah, now we get into that eye toy shit.
You have to do that really fast for like 2 minutes or something.
You wouldn't believe how a lot of these games come off as what if iPad games were really not fun and terrible.
It's really impressive. There was a whole discussion of which one's better, Scrape the Paint Off or Ice Cream 5. And of course, Aggro has no context for Ice Cream 5. He didn't play Everybody 1-2 Switch.
Right.
How does he keep dodging these bullets? This man's unshootable.
I'm like Jet Li, bitch. I'm the one.
Oh, and also there's a Bless Blunt and Blub on the one. So,
An incredible film.
incredible film. Peak needle drops, you know?
They really are.
It's what was it? They had that Tony Hawk song. I forgot to bring this up in the review, but they used the what was it? They used the Tony Hawk song about having it's in our nature to kill ourselves as Jet Li's fighting Jet Li.
That was just the most. Yep. That's what the lyric was.
Yep.
Thank you for your submission to AMV Hell 8.
Yes, it does feel like AMV Hell has just started for a lot of these.
Dude, it's perfect. It's perfect. What an awesome fucking movie. Equilibrium wishes it was this good. So, that said, I hope you're all really excited for Shovel Knight. I'm really excited for Shovel Knight. I'm hyped to do another big stream. Because it gives me an excuse to order the expensive pizza.
Oh my god.
Look, I'm having such a rough day. It's a long time. I'm just a little guy. I deserve a really nice pizza full of scalloped potatoes.
Fair.
I mean, we're going to be live 24 hours or something.
Right?
Like,
Maybe I should order 2 chicken bakes.
whoa! I don't know if 2 chicken bakes will even make it.
I don't know.
Last 24 hours.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here. I'm planning for the 24 hours. We've been around the block a few times with shit this large. I'm already sitting here like, okay, we gotta go to the donut place. When they open, we got to get ourselves like some pigs and blanket because by that point we will be desperate.
Mm-hmm.
We will be desperate. But yeah, I'm very excited. Everyone finally gets to decide who won the vote, and it's going to be good to know because I can begin to plan.
Right.
This is going to be our longest stream based on our info. This is going to be the longest stream in this wave of Donathon goals that remain. This chunk of Donathon, except for
yeah, I was like,
Dissidia Duodecim.
Yeah, it's a really scary one.
Duodecim.
Because what's that estimated at? Like 30 hours?
28.3.
Yeah,
I think that's it.
and I buy that because I don't think with the story mode, can we just cheese through as one character the whole time, or do we have to?
Oh no, there's a story mode for every character,
That's what
and
I
then
thought.
the final one we're playing as all 14 heroes
That's
or
what I
whatever.
thought. It was like we can't just Laguna through this.
I mean, once we get to Laguna, we will Laguna through that.
Yes.
real fast. And also, we get to play as the Gaddis. You excited to play as the Gaddis?
The goddess is a good character.
It plays every battle begins and it starts playing her theme, and you're like, oh, that's a good song. You know what else is a good song? The song for the Podlords.
Oh,
That is a good song.
I was worried you were
fuck.
going straight to the industry burning down song.
Oh my god. Yes, that's right. The Podlords. Podlords such as BN12, Red Blaze 27, Suzu Shiro. Hey Bob, is the TV bright enough?
Clearly not.
This is the Call of Duty. You just got flashbang ring goes off after that. Wonderful remastered and WTF Spider-Man. The future.
Fuck. God, how dare you put this in front of me?
I don't like that.
Yeah, not a fan.
You better not miss.
Shiny Mew.
Awesome.
Chris C.
What's this monkey from? Is it Utna?
Revolution. Yeah, Revolution.
Okay.
Why did they have to make the fucking gorilla sexy? Somebody has some opinions on Donkey Kong.
What did we,
I mean,
Which
we're not
Bonanza?
sure
They-
that's what they're talking about.
They did very intensely try to make her serve.
Cooper Tank. Couldn't think of a bit this week, so just gonna make a little Podlord and pose the Bleach character with a facial scar.
Immaculate bit. Well done.
Indigo Sykes. 40 plus DuckTales appreciator Gaijin. Foul Blastoise. Why is he green?
that was not
Whoa.
well colored at all.
He's not okay.
He's a Ninja Turtle.
Shinji16 and some weird looking beetle would like to remind you that you matter, you are valid, and you deserve to be happy.
Stop calling him a beetle. That's so mean. He's a bat.
A raccoon enjoying some ice cream.
Yay.
Strawberry.
Bob, I saw a raccoon. I was like, wait, why isn't this a Podlord yet?
Yeah, what was that you were watching that had that raccoon?
I doubt it was Brave New World.
No, it wasn't that. It was
We
one of
watched
the-
a lot of movies.
Was it the raccoon in the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, there's a raccoon in that Mutant Mayhem movie.
The new from what, 2022 or 2023?
Forever ago, I assume. I don't know. I don't keep up with it. Sarah Lean. Timothy Pfister. The Hard M.
God.
Still good.
Or Bearded Joe. Cleo Chrome. Can't wait for Azrael to look like this when he gets back from college in Chapter 6.
That's probably pretty close, honestly.
I don't like this.
I got a jury duty summons.
Okay. Okay, you're gonna keep this in your pocket until right before you go into the interview. Because you'll seem like a dick if you're just wearing it out in the street. But put on a Confederacy baseball cap before you go in. And make sure the prosecutor knows you're devoted to getting them a conviction. And then they'll just throw you out.
Bonanza is a 10 out of 10. Definitely game of the year. VShojo took how much from their talented charity?
Yeah, that's sure screwed up.
Virmvarm. Gurren Laga. Oh, oops. I mean Fergus MacRoyce.
Yeah, you just had the drill. How do you get this confused?
Different dimensions. Savant Einstein.
No?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with that too. No. Can I do that? Is that no. You see that orbital cannon? You can destroy that orbital cannon with your big fuck off energy sword, Warframe. Oh my god, I didn't actually look at this. Were you planning another 10 p.m. podcast? I also just to be happen to be mowing the lawn right now. This is beautiful.
Yeah, you really. I think it's a little incomplete without Dan crying, like through the window. You can do the really funny version where Dan is in bed crying, trying to sleep, but it's 4 p.m.
Jet Li from the movie On Ye Least.
Oh my God. Jesus. Man, do you think Unleashed is anywhere near as good as the one? I feel like there's no way.
There's no way.
That seems unlikely.
That seems unlikely.
Oh, Dan, you forgot that.
What did I forget?
It stars Morgan Freeman and Bob Hoskins.
Oh my God.
It does. I did not notice that detail. CB also recommends the best SMT since SJ, Artificial Dream in Arcadia. Toho knowledge is optional. Digital Basic. This is really good.
I see.
They're fixing my machine.
Bao is fucking pissed.
Yeah, that Bao is pretty raw.
I actually had trouble figuring out where things begin and end in that.
That's fair. It's a very intense image.
The Scrunko in Gash Bell shoots the dragon punch that Goku used out of his mouth.
And Vanna Huff. Thank you very much to our Podlords.
Thank Podlords.
Thank you, Podlords. And if you'd like to become a Podlord, you can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/GB Podcasts. For as little as $5 a month, you get access to many benefits such as uncensored versions of Gamers Go to the Movies and probably Armchair Devs and probably another show that'll be debuting eventually. Early access to chugging bleach that will last a while, considering when they said the next season of that shit is going to come out. You also get a patron-funded show, either a private show where we watch a good thing and then talk about it, or a public show where we watch a bad thing and then talk about it. In that case, patrons get a commentary track. You also get extended content for various shows we do when such content exists to be given to you. You get an entire movie called Isolation 119. This is not a joke or a gimmick. It is a full feature length, actually long enough to be a movie about a man going to Thailand to get a tax write-off on his vacation to Thailand. Also, there's some shit about ghosts. Patreon.com/GB Podcast, and it helps immensely to tell your friends, spread the word, rate us on Thursdays, rate us with a T on your podcasting app of choice, and leave a comment, and subscribe to every YouTube channel even remotely associated with us. Thank you. Patreon.com/GVPodcast.
Hey, you ever, when the gaming news, do we have industry burning down?
Yeah, of course we do.
Yes.
Do we have to?
Yeah, sadly.
Okay. Industry burning down news, go.
Okay, so that censorship shit, the payment processor shit got much worse.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, itch.io has taken down every single R18 game that is on the site. They have taken down many, shadow banned a lot, taken some out of people's libraries, which they have still not addressed. They've addressed most of it, but they had not addressed the shit vanishing from people's libraries that they bought already. And a lot of people are like, yeah, my game has no adult content whatsoever, but in my game page, it says the word trans. And that is now shadow banned on itch.io. And itch.io is just like, guys, they told us to do this, or we lose all payment abilities. Like, they had to do it. They had no option. But if you're on Blue Sky, there's a lot of viral posts about numbers at Mastercard and Visa you can call, send them emails, but call. Calling is the important thing. It took less than 1,000 people to get Visa and Mastercard to start this shit.
Yeah, and obviously this is the same shit that started with Steam.
Yeah.
It's fantastic because itch.io said it was just about not safe for work stuff, and then they
then just do everything else.
Because it never is.
Just keep calling them.
Is.
Make it impossible for them to answer any calls about anything else. They will just give up if it becomes untenable for them to exist. Also, theoretically, there's these things called petabyte zip bombs that you can send in an email. Do with that information as you will.
I don't even know what that is.
No one really knows.
So, it's a thing, though.
Yeah,
I guess that's a thing. That sounds like a thing. Literally just bombard them with fucking calls. Because this is outrageous. 1,000 people's barely anything. The amount of people who are going to crawl up their ass about this because of this is so much more. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we almost have enough people listening every week to match that.
Yeah.
Get up into the same ballpark.
Right.
Jesus Christ. Could you imagine Big Think Dimension fans successfully got every minority banned from marketplaces? Like, that's fucking wild and insane. Yeah. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yup.
This shit. The worst part is you're gonna have people who are just like, well, it's important. We're protecting children. Oh, it's important because being gay or trans is an inherently sexual act, whereas being straight isn't. And having any sexuality at all is obviously dangerous for children.
And you're doing a really good job of keeping your child off the internet, right?
Oh, I'm never gonna actually pay attention to what my child's engaging with.
Are you just always handing them the iPad?
Oh yeah, of course, because I don't I don't actually give a shit. In fact, I don't even have a job.
Yeah,
I tricked you all. Oh, we transitioned into pod.
Oh, it's calming now.
Oh, I'm getting soothed by Final Fantasy 11 Dolphin. 1 second. Oh, is that Play Online music? Thank you, YouTube, for just playing that stuff. Not now, YouTube. We're angry. You can do that after the podcast. Thank you. There we go. We're back in the... Yeah, no, this is fucking insane. There is no defense of this whatsoever.
Yeah, absolutely not.
At the end of the day, you're just okay with minorities getting completely demonetized because they're different.
Because you have made it up in your head somehow that it is owning the chuds. You have decided somehow that owning those people that made you mad online is more important than the actual harm being dealt to marginalized people.
Even beyond the how terrible this is on its face, even if you don't, I don't care if you don't like pornography. I don't care if you think people shouldn't use, produce, or have access to pornography. Even if I can't convince you that that's just a fucked up and completely self-terminating way to be, you need to understand that the people doing this will not stop here. No. Because it's not about this, and it's not about the next thing. The thing about fascist authoritarianism is that the circle always contracts. And one day you will wake up and you, or something you love, will suddenly be outside of it. You have to care about this, and you have to care now.
Yep. That is the thing about this. You have to care now. You want to know when the point to care is? It's right now. This is literally the line.
Yeah, it's now.
Yeah.
I called Visa this morning and nagged them. And my suggestion is, you can nag them from the why are you listening to these fucks angle, but you should also mix in, yeah, I'm trying to buy things. Why are you, a third party, dictating what I, a customer, can buy? You need to turn on entitled customer. I'm lucky because I can do entitled white man, which is like kryptonite to people on phone calls.
Yeah.
This is like a special skill in this skill tree only that makes sales workers give you what you want, or else they think you'll get them fired.
Yeah, it's insane.
Another good trick is if they're sandbagging, you go, okay, what's your name? Okay, I'll call back later. I'll wait for you because we've already spoken. The I'll get you because we've already spoken is powerful. Yeah, just make these, like, and don't be nasty to them. It's not the people on the phone's fault. Like, I guarantee they're probably not even actually employed by Visa or Mastercard. They are almost certainly staff rented out from some contract phone bank.
Mm-hmm.
But do force them to have to keep telling their supervisors every call is about this. Every single one.
We're already at the point that it is transparently not even just about porn.
Yeah. Right.
Just completely. There's no like.
Yeah.
Like guys, we're not even pretending at this point that it's not about that. It's fucking wild.
It's attacking all of it at once. Like they aren't even trying to take this slow.
Yeah.
No.
So here's the thing: we're all gonna do all the credit card companies a favor by voicing with them on the phone that they need to do this, and we need to voice this angrily and persistently, because, and I sincerely believe this, and I'm not saying I advocate this. I sincerely believe if it progresses much further than this, the solutions left to people will not be peaceful. And they will have no choice but to take those not peaceful solutions. So we will.
I mean, that's always
the credit card companies in correctly assessing this situation as such and fucking off with this right now.
This is always the strategy. You make when you want to destroy a group, you make their living circumstances untenable, like you make it impossible to live. And then when they react, you say, well, look, they're inherently violent. We got to wipe them out.
Yep.
We tried to live with them by destroying them utterly in every way but physical. And since they fought back from that, now we have to do it physically.
Yep.
It's hand in hand with that old edit of the Monopoly chance cards, where it's the Monopoly man holding the dollar bill and he says, "With this, we civilized murder."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you cut off various minorities from the ability to make money through the platforms through which they are actually capable and already engaged with, because it's a vector you can attack them on, that's what you're doing. You're trying to make it so they can no longer live. And this is already impacting people in massive ways right now.
Yeah, this was instant. Like, I'm already seeing people like, yeah, I can't even cash out what was in my account from XIO because they've done this. I can't even get the money that's there.
they literally shadow banned everyone for a day without saying anything. And when they went to go say a thing, they had to immediately rewrite what they said. So only the reply to the original Blue Sky post is there. And it links to an FAQ so that way they can continue to rewrite it to hopefully please everyone, because that's going to happen. Yeah. So, again, credit card companies, call them. This is so massively important now.
Yeah, it's insane how much power those companies have. Like, they dictate everything, which is crazy. How is that?
Yeah, I mean, that's
the
the entire reason they're twisting Trump's arm to try and start shit with Brazil, because they introduced a federal payment processor that they can't. Mastercard and Visa are a monopoly, and they actively seek to annihilate anybody who tries to enter that space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which is funny because they're only this violent about it because they know they have actually no reason to exist. Like, in a just world, there's no need for them. But we have invented system after system, layer after layer of modern civilization to go, oh yeah, that makes sense. Why would the idea of commerce be a weird, disembodied organization that is actively doing nothing right now, and they get a cut of everything? Because we don't use cash for jack shit anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's infuriating. Was there anything else in industry burning down? Because I could literally just be pissed about this for hours and hours.
Nothing is big, but there are other things.
There's just one more thing here.
Let's move on.
Oh, I have more that I got during the podcast.
Oh yeah?
And there's that one I meant to move down there about Half Guy.
Oh yeah, we need some joy. Read that one.
Sure.
Or at least it's partially joy.
Yeah, there's still bad stuff in here, but Splitgate 2 is unlaunching. You're gonna finish out
Is that great?
Well, let's finish the story.
Yeah, so Splitgate 2, that's the game that launched less than 2 months ago during the Summer Game Fest with the guy who came out with the hat. It was real stupid. The moron came on stage and they let him do it.
He wanted to make shooters great again.
And
then he wanted to defend the hat right after that.
Yeah, for like a whole week. And then he's like, oh, maybe the hat was a bad idea. I don't want to. And there's a giant interview you can read on IGN with this guy. His name is Ian Prowse. And it basically just paints him as a moron. And
he's stupid.
Yeah, he's really, really stupid.
I genuinely believe that he does not support Donald Trump and this wasn't some dog whistle. I think he's just really fucking dumb.
Hey, some people can
like
multi-class. Okay,
yeah.
Some people are very.
He is a man child who he is that exact sort of white dude who's like, none of this threatens me. I can't even perceive it. I walk through life in a beautiful fog.
I can't believe you would say that about the son of, what was it, the guy who's like the founder of TurboTax or Intuit?
It's one of those, yeah.
Oh my god.
But anyway,
like, isn't it? You know, it's a great sign of industry health that games now regularly unlaunch. We have like 2 a year.
Yeah, this one's still going to be playable, but they're going to completely stop updating until they relaunch next year in 2026.
You're cooked. It's over.
It is.
No, they're going to bring it back.
Over.
Splitgate and Mind's Eye, rebirth of a century.
And also, they fired 45 people, but they're definitely going to fix it in 5 months and 2 weeks. Starting then, you could expect it to be back and better than ever. And also, they're shutting down the servers for Splitgate 1.
Yes.
Because they said it cost them so much money. It definitely has nothing to do with stoking demand for Splitgate 2, a thing people don't want.
Yeah. The list of issues there are with Splitgate 2. Some of them as broad as, yeah, we forgot to put in the walls you could use the portals on. Like, you can't, they basically couldn't use portals in a lot of levels. It's like,
time.
That's a whole game. Yeah. So
early access is a scourge.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
You should not be able to sell things. Like, I understand, like, if you're a big publisher, you should be ashamed to ever use early access. Finish your goddamn game.
Yeah, this had at launch the controversy about the hat, the controversy of him bad-mouthing Call of Duty, then announcing his new Battle Royale mode for this game that was launching with it. And like the DLC add-on plan stuff for this was like all the monetization was nuts. Like there was a bundle for $165. People didn't know exactly what anything did, and it was a nightmare. Like they did the perfect storm to scare everyone away.
Oh yeah, no, they made.
And that's not going to go away in 6 months.
No, they're going to fix it in 6 months.
That is not going away.
They're just going to be so good, and you're all going to regret your words and deeds.
Yeah, they're going to fire these 45 people, and they'll be more agile and ready to re-release it.
We're so streamlined.
Yeah. Okay, what else is next? In industry burning down news.
So the Chinese room seems to have fired a unknown number of people following them splitting from a sumo group. They are now independent again.
Interesting.
I'm sure that Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, which is still scheduled to come out in 2 months, will be fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't that come out or not?
No, it keeps getting delayed. They're swearing to God it will come out in October, though. In the press release about these layoffs and them being independent, they're like, that is still coming out in October. We know because it's on the calendar that says day our studio will close.
Oof.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, was there anything else?
Supermassive Games announced that they will begin a redundancy consultation process where we anticipate losing up to 36 of our colleagues. In a much larger message about how this was a tough decision and we're going to really be sad about it and we're going to support them as best we can and all that shit. They also said that the Directive 8020, which was their sci-fi horror game, is delayed to the first half of 2026. And they said Little Nightmares 3 has not been affected. I did not know that Supermassive was making Little Nightmares 3.
Yeah, I knew it got farmed out to a different developer entirely from the original. Have they ever made a normal game? Huh.
Huh.
I miss my aggro button. But I could just save myself the trouble. Okay, and well, technically this isn't the game industry burning down. We can just exit the industry burning down segment and go into this spiritually similar news.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me go ahead and there we go. Thank you, Robot Hell 8-bit cover. If you want to hear that song outside of the industry burning down, you can find that in the description. Hey, remember MCNs on YouTube?
I feel like we've done this better.
We're going to help you so much. Just give us 30% of all of your money, and we will help you network with other creators, and y'all are just going to...
Thanks, Machinima.
Thanks, Machinima. VShojo stole $500,000 that was raised by Iron Mouse for charity.
That's a lot of money. Like, that's not a small amount of money.
No, that's $500,000.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't steal it. They took it in as a result of activities.
Okay, yeah.
And then some fundraising goals didn't get met. And please excuse me.
Wait.
I have a much nastier word. Misappropriation.
Whoa. Yeah, there's my God, dude. First off, we have talent after talent coming out removing VShojo from their profiles across everything. What are we down to for Western VShojo? Is it just one person?
Well, didn't they officially shut down?
Are they completely shut down already?
They're gone.
Yeah,
they're gone. Every single person
they
who
called
who worked
Spirit
with,
Halloween and skipped town.
Yeah.
yeah,
Amazing.
like is the nanosecond, like they couldn't continue existing. The nanosecond this came out, every single streamer that was under their ban were like, "We're leaving. Go fuck yourself."
Yeah.
Like, they can't sue me for $500,000 I stole if I skip town. What?
What?
They can.
So again, I don't have deep knowledge of the inner workings at VShojo,
Right.
but there are stories going around by certain talents who worked with people high up in the company, unnamed people working with high up in the company in Japan, who maybe talked about that to impress people, they would literally dox the talent and talk about their marital status and show pictures of them with people they were just networking with and meeting at Japanese dinners. I don't know who that is. I don't know who the fuck that is. I don't know shit about these companies, but apparently, co-founder, I didn't even know this. Co-founder of the company, Mautendu, left 2 months ago. And in the replies, people were very warm because that was 2 months ago.
Uh-huh. And now it's like, wait, did he leave with
He better
money?
be hiding somewhere in China.
China is pretty big. A lot of places to hide.
There's a lot of landmass.
Like,
As it
bro,
turns out.
I watched the Iron Mouse announcement about this. You guys made the small anime girl cry. Like, run.
So, yeah, the guy who made the old Snoop Dogg and Gachimuchi YouTube poops was a founder of VShojo. The weirdest thing about all of this, and this is like, I'm just telling this story because it's weird timing. This is not a significant story, but we literally were going to contract Mautendu to do video production for a theme month for us. And that was right as he was leading into founding VShojo. And he's like, I'm so fucking busy. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So this has been
Yeah, that
really
was
bizarre
such a
for them.
weird turn is his career.
Right.
That
Because before that, it was just video production. But he was a CMO, which is Chief Marketing Officer
okay.
over there.
He's a co-founder.
Yeah, he's a co-founder, and his role was CMO. So that's what he was doing until 2 months ago. So you have to wonder what he knows, if his hands
When he
touch
knew
stuff, when he knew it, how long he knew it, what he did about it.
If he has perhaps, hopefully, acquired consultation from a professional.
So this is horrible.
I'm really sorry to have to say this.
Mm-hmm.
Has there been a single, like, we're internet creatives, like, we're not business oriented, we're creative oriented, but we're starting this business that has worked?
So not until now, because with VBoots, let me tell you, your VTubing metrics are going to go through the roof. You're going to hit top 4,000, higher, lie about a higher number, top 100 streamers on twitch.tv. Thank you, Acro.
Like, sorry guys, if you're starting a business with your artistic friends, one of you needs to bite the bullet and look at a business textbook until your brain rots just a little bit, so you don't have to go outside for that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you see problems even at our scale of things. A lot of times, it feels like you have a fallout or something, right? So it's kind of like a Christmas miracle. This has worked as long as it has. It's wild how many of these things are ambitious, creative things that go absolutely nightmarish because either somebody fucked up and did a thing, or multiple people fucked up and did a thing. And this, who knows which of those two this describes, wasn't in the Iron Mouse video. Didn't they even say that it was like hasn't received a payment in an absurd amount of time?
Yeah, they're apparently owed some money in addition to the $500,000 for charity that they
All kinds of people came out of
misplaced.
the woodwork being like, yeah, they didn't fucking pay me.
Wow.
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane that we repeated
Crazy.
the problems of MCNs again with VTuber agencies.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, the VTuber community really needs to answer for VShojo.
You don't think that was a predatory company
No.
attacking individuals?
No, I just see an anime woman and I get mad at them all. Because I'm a very smart internet user.
The VTuber community needs to answer for this.
It is like unbelievably weird how many people see a woman doing whatever the fuck she wants on the internet and is like, I must somehow have a problem with this.
Today's my day.
That woman having fun has somehow demeaned all women. I'm actually noble and feminist for harassing her.
So,
I used to post on something awful.
So yeah. VShojo's gone.
good riddance.
Uh-huh.
I just don't understand how they can't find a way to
Yeah,
monetize it without doing this.
right, like with that much money coming in, how?
Well, there needed to be more money coming in and no money going out.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
No, that's not how that works.
That's how it worked.
Notice how it stopped, though.
Unclear.
Yeah, but for just a moment there, we created a lot of positive profit potential for, well, not shareholders, but
God, VShojo, was it publicly traded? I doubt it.
I don't think so.
No.
Oh my
Could you
God.
imagine we got to that scale first?
Right?
is, man, holding the bag on VShojo stock. That's, bro, just end it.
man, a publicly traded VTuber / idol agency. Bob, I think you have conceptualized the single most evil structure humanity can come up with.
All right, gotta start working on it.
Yep, this is our business plan. Time to put
I'm
more
like-
human suffering into the world.
I'm like rubbing my forehead and looking over at one side where there's literally Hydro covered in the swastikas. And then I look over at the other side and it's the publicly traded VTuber agency. And I'm like, this seems like 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, guys.
Can't really. This is same image twice. Oh man, Jesus.
Yeah, that's, Jesus Christ. We have a fiduciary responsibility to our shareholders. You're doing the photo shoot.
I'm honestly surprised this burned down so fast. I figured we were entering a new era where things like this were going to have at least a strong 10, 15, 20 year
But
run
they just
before
couldn't
this.
keep it together. They went for the
know.
bag as fast as they could.
I know.
They saw the bag like we can grab it right now.
I grab any bag I want.
And it's just like, excuse me, you do what?
Sir, that bag says medical research charity on it.
Yeah, how long have VShojo been going? It's only been like 5 years at most, right?
We almost contracted fucking Mount Tendon
Right?
for video month intro, so it couldn't have been that long ago.
Right?
Yeah, I think it was like 2022 or 2023.
Yeah.
Maybe?
People are
Wow.
saying 2020, which lines up with the timeline in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, it would have been theme months from us that were big and important. And we spent money on things,
Right.
which we no longer do because we're losers. You want a hoodie? Cringe. You want a hoodie for Demon Pit? Actually, that sounds awesome. One moment. I'm trying to imagine a shirt designed with every character from the Demon Pit month in it. And that actually sounds great. Anyways. Oh man, fuck everything. Hey, let's move over to Chris News. Chris, cheer me up with a Mercury Steam story.
So Blades of Fire flopped. They blamed the increasing the increasing standards of consumers. There was like 50 quotes on Blue Sky. 49 of them were people saying, I don't know what this game is. And then one of them was Dan saying, everybody says they don't know what this game is unless they follow us, in which case we showed them.
No, it's true. I looked at the replies and skimmed through them. Only 2 people out of all of these replies knew what the game was. One of them was like, I expect better from Mercury Steam. The other person went, I literally only know this because of GigaBoots. And everyone else just goes, I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
What do you mean this game failed? I've never heard of it.
I don't understand. I thought that the line on this, you don't blame the consumer, you blame the internal saboteur. He's ruining your studio. You know
this is an internal betrayal. You've been sabotaged.
It was a 505 op.
You're just like the Benz.
And, you know,
increasingly selective consumers is a hell of a way to say we used to get away with pumping out slop like this.
Right?
Yeah, and I'd like to address something. I saw a lot of people who didn't know what this game was say some variant of, how did I not know the devs of Metroid Dread made another game? To which I respond, Mercury Steam is more a vessel Nintendo possessed than a developer that made Metroid Dread.
But the people who only played Metroid Dread don't know that.
And that's true. Like, literally.
Also, I went through the credits of both games. A lot of people who were on Metroid Dread were not on Blades of Fire. I think Nintendo poached them.
Entirely possible. No, dude. You didn't hear about the devs of Metroid Dread making a game, because it was also the devs of Clive Barker's Jericho making a game.
And Lords of Shadow 2.
And more Lords of Shadow Mirror of Fate. And one moment, what's the current name? Space Lords?
I think that's their new one.
That's the rename of Raiders of the Cracked Broken Planet.
Right. Space Lords.
Space Lords, such ass.
Man, but yeah, least surprising news of the week.
Oh yeah, no, it was just funny to hear them say it out loud. They're like, "Oh, these consumers are so picky," and I'm like, "Yeah, they might expect a game to be exciting or engaging."
Yeah, it's like, you know, it is getting hit with that Epic Game Store debuff, but also it was released on real platforms like PlayStation and Xbox, and nobody saw it there either because no one cared.
Yeah, I mean,
it
also
was literally released white bread.
505 doesn't advertise games.
No.
Ritual of the Night 2 is going to have to deal with that.
If Ritual of the Night got more advertisement, it showed up in a real event.
That's true.
Blades of Fire never did.
Oh my God, they had more confidence in the sequel to Bloodstained Ritual of the Night than they did at Mercury Steam's latest game that clearly cost more.
I mean,
holy shit.
I mean, Bob, they could have put Blades of Fire in every... As we learned with Immortals of Avium, Blades of Fire could have been in every showcase for a year, and it wouldn't have mattered. People still would not know what it is.
Yeah, they did make a narrative that also is completely, like, fires no neurons. Like, you can't make this appealing.
I mean, maybe I'm full of evil, but I could cut a trailer to make people think that game's good.
Yeah,
I could do it.
It could be done. They haven't done it themselves, that's for sure.
Maybe I should go do that just to prove, hey, look, you could have released this trailer I made. Too bad.
It's kind of cheating when you put the one soundtrack over it, though.
No. I push my fingers into my eyes. Yeah, no, we can license that. 505 could afford that. Right? Right? We could...
Considering they didn't pay for any marketing, I don't think they could.
I mean, I think they could, but they rightfully looked at the game and went, "This is not selling, dude. Our test reviews are coming back. We're getting 3s.
Yeah,
we're fucked."
Yeah, no, your game that like reviews a 5 at IGN, that's not consumers being picky.
No,
it really isn't.
No, that's consumers playing anything else ever.
Do you think that like the backwards compatibility in all the new all existing platforms now has like broadly created a more like a consumer with more taste because they have a wider pool of things to pick from?
I think a little bit. I think compared to, say, the first 2 years of the PS4, that maybe since you have options that go back over 10 years, you got choices.
Like I'm kind of like I've said this before, but I'm kind of the opinion that the Call of Duty Madden guy is mostly gone. Like all of them got into at least one other thing.
No.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, we bought the Xbox Series S like a few months back, and that was just Call of Duty.
But Xbox also is failing, so like that even goes hand in hand with it.
Yeah, I feel like that specific person isn't going away, but there is like the more broad, the outside of that, it's expanding a lot more quickly.
People can't pretend that is now a rich consumer base you can cater to.
No, it's a consumer base that will buy those two games, not your new one. Battlefield 6 ain't selling. I'm sorry.
Like I brought up a couple times, it's so insane to me that Xbox had more Call of Duty players until last year than PlayStation.
Which had nothing to do with their brand association with Call of Duty, because Sony was paying a lot of money to get that association for all of last gen. And it has everything to do with Xbox is dead. And we
Xbox is literally just the dude bro console. Like, that is all it is.
We heard countless stories about people trading in their Xboxes to go to any other platform.
Mm-hmm.
I saw one moment. There was something that was really good. Crownified in chat says streamer game only, guys. Oh, well, you know, related but unrelated to that. That's going to be Mercury Steam's next game. They're going to get so cynical. They're like, consumers are choosy unless we make a streamer game. So Mercury Steam's going to make the funniest game they've ever made. It's going to be like the sequence where you need to find the Chupacabra, but it's a 4-player online co-op game. And he's going to be like, hey, find me. And you're just going to have to chase him around this massive environment where walking is hard and you're going to trip on rocks and fall down the hill for a really long time. And it's going to be great. They'll make their own funny trailer for it too.
Ow. You wound me.
Let's move on to other good news. Hey, Chris, you got any news about dollars? And how many of them I can expect to exchange for a thing?
So the Outer Worlds 2 has Microsoft kneeled. They must have had literally 0 pre-orders.
Yep.
But the Outer Worlds 2 will now only be $70 instead of $80, and they have canceled all orders that were made.
Jesus.
70's still too much. Sorry.
Yep. Yeah, you aren't releasing premium gaming experiences. Look at that, and then look at the Ghosts of Yote. Like, it doesn't look like it's the same gen.
Those are the same. Those are the same tier of game. It's just as good as Death Stranding 2.
Yeah.
It's just as good as Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yeah. So that's hilarious. I never thought they would do that.
Yeah, I thought they would be the most willing to just get literally no sales. But I guess now it's on other platforms. They see they could make sales on PlayStation.
Yes, and they definitely got some early feedback that said, bro, ain't nobody buying that at 80. Literally nobody.
So let me look at my news again here. Scumbag IP thieves who make dog shit products Nata Holdings announced more Lollipop Chainsaw games and an anime, and they specifically say it will not involve DEI or wokeness. I have to assume this was written by Dragami, the actual developer, because Nata Holdings is a real company with a lot of investment in real fields like animation, and like they have done like collaborations with tons of big studios, including Nintendo, I think, and they like are involved in running the Chinese version of Final Fantasy XIV. So I presume that it is the developer who is an insane person that put that in the press release, but it doesn't really matter because they're going to make slop. That's what that remake is. Dan, I'm sorry, but you have to do the Lollipop Chainsaw versus Lollipop Chainsaw flop swap at some point. It has to happen. People need to see that dog shit they made to know that they never have to think about this company ever again.
The Lolliflop chain swap.
This isn't here nor there, but another reason you should yell at those credit card companies is because it will produce more things like this if you don't.
Oh yeah,
it's true.
Like, more and more people embrace that there's now status quo of being completely terrible monsters, and think that that's actually a good group to cater to.
Well, of course, Bob. The monsters aren't trying to get them shut down. Because the most insidious thing about these groups is that they are top to bottom, back to front, plastered in, we're feminists, I promise. Don't look into the background of anybody involved with us. We're definitely feminists doing this to protect women. We definitely aren't a bunch of religious fundamentalist freaks. We promise. No. Be mad at women, not us.
Oh my God. What a week.
Yeah.
What a week. Chris, you seem to desire to speak about Trails in the Sky yet again.
Trails in the Sky remake and Trails Beyond the Horizon, that is the newest game in the franchise that actually moves the setting forward, will be key cards on Switch 2 because everyone is a fucking idiot now.
Oh.
They're still $70 in their key cards?
Yep.
So...
Yep.
They...
Nippon Ichi Software of America sure put out a stupid press statement about how this was actually good for everyone. PS4 and PS5 limited editions for those games, completely sold out. Switch 1, mostly sold out. Switch 2, 100% stock, baby. I have a feel like with Trails in the Sky, it's too late, I think. I don't think they can, I think it's a couple months till they might be able to swing that and get it onto a real cart. But I'm willing to bet that they will see the sales for that, and then Trails Beyond the Horizon, which comes out January 15th. Thank God it isn't this year. I don't have to chug the rest of Daybreak 2 and then that. I have a feeling that won't be on a keycard. I have a feeling they'll walk that back.
Really?
Once they see all the nothing it sells on Switch 2. Man, for the fact that so many companies in this industry seemed to desperately be relying on the Switch 2 to save them, they sure are like jabbing the life preserver full of holes with a knife the moment it gets to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that cartridge format is too fucking expensive, and this is an absolute nightmare situation for everyone involved. And I cannot believe Nintendo committed to this.
Right, it seems crazy. Then they would do this thing where they actually charge more and don't pay for that more expensive cartridge. It's like you aren't doing anything for consumers.
This costs less than producing a Switch 1 cartridge.
Yeah, and it's still $60 on other platforms, right?
Yeah, I think so.
They're crazy.
I don't think they priced a Trails game at $70 yet. I'll go look. Like, I haven't pre-ordered any of these.
I noticed something about some other anime games like this that clearly should not have been $70.
Yeah.
Yeah, $60. $60 on Switch, on PS5. Both games.
That newest Atelier game. You talk all the time about how Atelier games just don't go on sale. It was down to $55 like a few weeks ago. And
you could get it on Woot for $40 like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. That didn't happen when they were $60. Weird.
Strange.
I wonder if they just didn't sell.
Strange. Hey, Bob. We're moving to Bob news.
Okay. I've got news is tangentially related to Mercury Steam.
Okay. How so? What sorts of words would tie these things together?
Clive Barker's Hellraiser revival.
Whoa.
The Mercury Steam is not working on it. Just so we're clear.
Just so we're clear.
This is actually based in Hellraiser. It's a new story with that. It's a single-player survival horror game with melee combat. It's not some weird survival online game or anything strange like that. It's made by Saber Interactive and Boss Team Games, which I think they just own the license or something, and Saber is actually making it.
Oh.
I think that's how that breaks down, because Boss Team Games is also on a bunch of other weird license games. And they actually got the original voice of Pinhead come back, Doug Bradley. So that's neat. This trailer is real. They have a Red Band trailer where it's really gory and has nudity.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
Yeah, they fucking went for it. Like, has anybody here seen more than the first Hellraiser movie?
I've not actually seen any of them. I've seen clips.
Yeah, I've also not seen any of them.
Yeah, I've seen.
I started this trailer and my first thought was that's a naked lady, and my second thought was, how do you make a Hellraiser video game?
Yeah, I keep wondering that. Everything I know about Hellraisers.
Yeah, I finished the trailer and went, how do you make a Hellraiser video game?
Yeah, I have no idea how this associates with the films, but it seems like the main guy goes around with the Hell Cube and shoves into monsters and kills them.
Yeah, like he held the cube up to something and razor chains popped out of it and wrapped around its head, and the obvious ensued.
Shout out to myself when I was so stupid that I thought Civi's April Fool's video about the Hellraiser game on NES was real for like the first half of it. It took me like the first half of it to realize it was fake.
That's really funny. Bob, do you have any other news stories about video games based on sick ass IP?
Oh yeah, this other IP is so sick, twisted.
Oh, what is it?
From the brutal minds. Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer.
Whoa!
It's coming to PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series, Switch, and PC out this holiday. They didn't clarify which ones. I really don't know.
Who knows?
But yeah, the 3D platformer looks terrible. But it's based on those old stop motion
Rankin Bass.
Yeah. Christmas specials.
What?
You know.
What is up with like what? Because this same week, I didn't put it in news because why would I? They announced Elf on a Shelf Christmas Heroes for every platform.
Every human on Earth.
Was that also Game Mill?
Maybe
I don't know who's making it. It says Outright Games.
Okay, it's not even the same group. Okay.
Are you guys gonna flop swap these at Christmas?
Look, I don't commit to plans 5 months in advance for
Right.
something, this holiday thing. But I do think it's important that publishers need to hear we need Christmas games. We need Christmas games. LGR's suffering. Every year he's struggling.
It is time for the AA reboot of Elf Bowling.
Agreed.
Ooh.
This has multiple playable characters. You can play as Rudolph, Clarice, Hermie, and Yukon Cornelius.
Clarice.
I'm looking at this trailer. This looks like a PS1 game, and not like the polygon count is similar. This looks like it is set up and controls like a PS1 game. This looks like they skinned Spyro and tweaked some of the physics. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, it's really, really rough.
I'm gonna need to buy this. This is terrible news. This is terrible news. One moment while I show you. I hope it works. I hope you work, you stupid fucking image format. Of course it didn't work. Of course it didn't work. But 1 second. I will find a way. Windows, is that you? Yes, Windows, quick. Rename the file so that way it works properly. Is it gonna work? No.
No.
They have, Bob,
Uh-huh.
a PS5 physical copy of this game.
Okay.
And it's too funny to just see. It's the PS5 game. It's the fakest looking shit I've ever seen. PS5 logo. And then it's just the Rankin Bass Christmas special. And I'm like, that's not.
Yeah, it's just.
That's wrong. You're lying. Oh my God. Yeah, no, this sucks. I'm going to buy that.
Yeah, I wonder how much it's going to be. I don't know if they announced the price. I can't imagine them being like $30 or more.
That Elf on the Shelf game was $40.
Oh my God.
Has a physical eat and everything.
Of course, that's the thing, I guess.
Yeah, we got to give like kids some physical game for their parents to shove at them and go, Game Mail gave this to me. Here's your game slop.
We also got info about the new PS5 beta firmware. It adds a weird feature to the DualSense where it now can link to 4 different devices at once.
Yeah, so it will save to each face button a different device you've synced it to. So like your PC could be set to triangle, your PS5 X. The whole reason for this is the Apple VR stuff is going to support DualSense.
Right.
And so this is a push from Sony to be like, oh yeah, we could be your official controller for your new headset whenever that ships. We're just going to make a way where someone would ever want to do that because there's no way they're going to buy a controller just for your headset. And that's it. We want to envision a future where this isn't total dog shit for any human to ever do. Also working on a power saver mode where the games will run worse but won't use as much energy. What?
Yeah, that's
Why
something
would
they're
they
in development on.
I think like maybe that means if you're running something that's like identical between PS4 and PS5 or mostly identical, like a Trails game or Octopath Traveler or something, it won't kick into the PS5 mode and get burning hot.
So is that the system side or controller side?
This is the system side.
Wow.
Yeah, so it is for like they said it would need to be stored by the game individually. So it's something that the devs have to account for. So it's it's basically a new power profile for the game.
Yeah, so I assume because right now, even if it's, these are the exact same game on a disc, but it says PS5 on it, so it boots it into PS5 mode and whips up the engine.
Mm-hmm.
When in a lot of games, they don't, especially like indie downloadables, they don't have to do that.
So this actually makes sense because they already need to figure out how to get something like this going for the PS5 portable.
Right, exactly.
That's interesting. It won't be available during the beta phase. Once it officially launches, supported PS5 games will scale back performance 4 asterisks.
Yeah.
And will allow your PS5 to reduce its power consumption when the feature is enabled optionally by gamers. If not enabled or games do not support the feature, the performance will not be scaled back and power consumption will not be reduced. Let's see what 4 asterisks is. While power saver mode is active. Aggro, brace yourself. VR mode is unavailable. Also, some gameplay features may be limited. If this weren't obviously engineering towards them making the PS5 portable, and this clearly being a spec that probably is reachable by that at all, I would assume that this was the most insane initiative at Sony, because I do not believe people would use this mode.
I know, right?
Maybe people in the UK where power is insanely expensive. Maybe. But outside of that, I'm not sure that anyone would do that. But this makes perfect sense because it makes an early target for their devs to already start integrating support for this. And accidentally, look at all these games that work on the portable. Wow. I'm like, cool, here's my disc. Don't be a dick, dude.
On,
That's
man.
not going to fit in the fucking portable. Get out of here. Go fuck yourself. They just get pissed at me.
If they don't come out with a new version of UMD, I'm going to be upset.
They're not.
I know.
There's no way.
I know there's
no way.
I'm already upset.
The funny thing is,
they have to make me not upset when they announce it somehow.
Dude, the funny thing is, if they did that, it would actually work out way better than UMD is, because all it would do is install off that disk. And so your battery life would be fine.
Right.
And then the cost of shipping one of those would be like $1.
Right.
Compared to the Switch 2's insane margins spent on the flash storage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really frustrating that Nintendo didn't invest in something like this. Because obviously, once the Switch took off, they should have realized they needed where things were going and how unmaintainable.
Honestly, I won't be surprised if we find out that Nintendo has fully gone to Old Testament Nintendo, and these cards aren't as expensive to produce as we think. Nintendo simply charges their partners that much for them.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt that at all.
On NES days where it's like, we make money on you buying the carts from us to put your game on.
Don't doubt it for a second.
Thanks for creating this status quo by being worthless, Sony and Microsoft.
Yeah.
Again, so the best case scenario here is that they come up with some sort of interesting format in order to install games off of it that costs cheap to produce. Because Sony has, they have retail presence unlike Xbox, so they kind of need to care about that at all.
They do.
You would hope. It's still entirely possible they just go, no, it's digital only. Oh, it's me, Jerry Seinfeld. I run Sony.
No, stop it.
And girlfriend's a third.
We thought we fired you.
No, I'm driving car.
Oh my god.
What's up?
I guess we'll move on to the next thing.
Yeah, let's move on.
2XKO, the League of Legends fighting game, is starting a closed beta in September 9th to be specific. It's insane. This game is still in closed beta of all things. I have no idea how many times. People are already joking. It's going to have been at Evos more times than it could ever be pre-launch. More times it could ever be after it launches.
Yeah,
and but along with this announcement, they showed off they've added V to the game, the main character of the League of Legends television show, and of course in League of Legends itself.
I see.
And the reaction to her has been mostly, wow, that ultimate doesn't look done. It looks like she's just punching the air, and you didn't want to have the other character there to be hit.
For animation reasons.
Yeah,
you would have to animate it then.
Yeah, it does look comical as she just does a combo into nothing.
Yeah, I was like, how bad could this possibly be? I feel like people are just trying to swing it. Oh, that's really rough, guys.
Right? I'm like, come on. The rest of this looked fine. How is this so budget?
Bob, I need a moment here because I'm actually being attacked in the chat and I need to defend myself. My Jerry Seinfeld, this sounds nothing like Alfred Chicken. Thank you, Bob. We may continue with the news.
Yes. Also, we got news for Marvel Tokan Fighting Souls. That's going to be playable at EVO, which is August 1st to 3rd.
Whoa.
Cool. If you're going there, which if you're from out of the country, don't go there.
Because
don't come to America.
Don't
just
come to America.
Don't do that.
Don't.
Yeah, don't. Not right now.
But that's cool. They put out like 6 screenshots. So it looks like that game.
Cool.
Battlefield 6 got announced.
Okay.
But previously we just had there was a new Battlefield. We didn't know it was 6. That's gonna blow everyone's mind.
Sorry. Are you excited? We said the number 6 and made that sound.
They put out a trailer.
Did it go?
It did. It did that.
Of course it did. I didn't even watch this trailer, and of course it did.
It wasn't very exciting, but a lot of stuff blew up, and it was unclear what was of it was gameplay and what was just cutscene. And
why do they do this? Like, marketers are so brain dead now. Like, every game bombs now, and they're like, we don't need to adjust what we're doing.
Yeah.
Here's our teaser for a teaser for a teaser. Come back in 2 weeks. And like, nobody's gonna. Your game is now dead.
Yeah, so this ended with come back July 31st for the multiplayer reveal. It's like, guys, that's...
Come back when you figure out how to do your fucking job.
Yeah, it's like, why do you need to get people's attention twice? People are excited now. Show them the Battlefield multiplayer reveal. Like, make it the thing instead of a single, like, I think this trailer was like 2 minutes, maybe a minute and a half.
No.
If we announce it multiple times, we'll get that many more views.
So stupid.
God, it has this like, the trailer has a narrative conceit of like the president making a address to the troops and the people. And it's like, guys, don't go with this angle. I don't care if this is actually
it's
like
so
a fictional president or what.
There's like some kind of mercenary group who's threatening every country in the world, and you, the U.S. military, are being framed as maybe not the scrappy underdogs, but up against a true challenge in confronting this immense threat.
Yeah, that it's some weird mercenary group is insane. Like, it sounds like freaking Homefront again. It's like, what are you talking about? You sound like an idiot.
Guys, if you want to make the U.S. military the good guy in your video game narrative, you have to either set it in an alternate timeline, a different time period, or like trap 5 guys behind enemy lines in a conflict that would usually lead to World War III, but is not going to this time because we're hand-waving it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Give up.
It's crazy. They haven't been able to figure out. No, the reason Battlefield Bad Company worked is because it was about like 5 guys and they were fun.
No Clip. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
No Clip actually has a documentary where they talk to the person who was like high up on the development of Bad Company 2, and I believe 1, and at very least 2, and Battlefield 3.
Okay.
Talking about the campaign and development and stuff. And at the very end of that documentary, he's like, I like Bad Company more. More than 3. And I'm just like, oh my God. Even they know.
Yeah.
That's
like,
rough.
I don't get it.
Just go back and do that.
We're in the era of like, nothing taking itself seriously. And you had an IP you did that to already. And you're like, we can't do that. This sound needs to be serious every time.
We can't do that. Last time it was like popular.
Yeah. Yeah. Real dumb.
Yeah, let's keep moving on.
Sony is entering a strategic partnership with Bandai Namco.
A deadly alliance.
Which, we talked about earlier this same podcast. Maybe not feeling the best about Bandai Namco right now.
Really? It's so much AI. It's so good.
But yeah, the Sony bought a 2.5% stake in the company, and they plan to collaborate on games, anime, manga, and music.
Wow.
At least maybe I can hope that this is Sony shifting their priorities away from trying to be gamer. Well, first it was lately it's been service game, but that seems to be dead now, thankfully, or will be dead once Marathon comes and craters into the earth.
And also fair game dollar.
That ain't.
I am still, I remain unconvinced that will even ship.
Yeah, we never got a new date for Marathon either.
Yeah, the most they said was like, yeah, it'll be out before the end of the fiscal year. Which means, unless they even go back on that, which if you have to delay it that much, cancel it.
God, that new Destiny expansion came out like last week.
What?
I saw basically no one talk about it except one person who's like, I accidentally bought this 6 months ago. And all the reviews panned it. Like IGN gave it a 5.
The time is right, Bob. We got to play all of Destiny 2's content.
Yeah, before they suddenly
'cause
rug pull it and delete the whole game.
They're absolutely going to delete literally all of it sometime soon.
In slightly happier news, Dungeons and Dragons Dragon Shard and Forgotten Realms Demon Stone are both coming to Steam in August. These are like old D&D based games. So Dragon Shard is an RTS from 2005, and Demon Stone is a like 3D hack and slash for the PS2 from 2004.
I remember those, yeah.
Yeah, I remember liking Demon Stone a decent bit. Like, it wasn't good, but I played it. I was like, oh man, this is kind of like the Lord of the Rings games. And both of them have gotten slight upgrades. Like, they aren't full remastered or anything. They just modernize them from like PC experiences now. So modern resolution support for Dragon Shard, localization friendly saves and profiles, smoother timers and physics. So I guess something was broken at this deep level.
And ASLR compatibility.
I don't know what that is.
American Sign Language
Maybe.
Does anyone in chat know what ASLR compatibility is? I've never heard of this. Given the nature of the other things here, you would think it would be something PC technical.
Right.
And yet I've never once heard of it. Anyways, what's the deal with
address space layout randomization? I don't know to what end that is worth. It's something with how PC's operating systems work. I have no idea how that would apply to a game.
Wikipedia says it is a computer security technique involved in preventing exploitation of memory corruption vulnerabilities.
Or conversely, it could be age, sex, location, requiem. That's been posted in chat. We don't know.
Obviously, that's the one. Neither what they do said.
No, that sounded stupid.
Demon Stone is getting a smoother startup in gameplay, so I guess there's some weird issues with that. Proper widescreen scaling,
cool.
borderless and Windows modes, optimized shadows, full X input support for controllers and Rumble, and adjustable audio and in-game menus like modern PC games. Okay.
Man, this audio is so not adjustable.
Well, you know how many PS2 and PS3 games we put it up where it's like, I can adjust it, I can turn it higher or lower.
Music on or off.
And my last thing is just the holdovers from last week. I didn't get this in. I forgot it, and I felt bad.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's all we thought. Damn.
Yeah, Ghost of Yote gets official popcorn bucket.
What?
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's glorious neon popcorn.
Yes. It looks like an old-fashioned Japanese rice bucket.
The kernels have been folded 27 times.
This is an association through Alamo Drafthouse Cinema, which is doing like a set of samurai movies releasing in conjunction, like promoting goes to Yote.
Okay, so this is like an actual thought through synergistic promotional item and not just some random horseshit.
Not complete insanity.
So the best part of this is we were like, oh, that'd be neat. It'd be cool to go watch that. Let's find the nearest Alamo Draft House. And it literally looked like a crater perfectly centered on where we are.
Yeah, it was like the most perfectly...
just a perfect circle of none of them.
Also, for the record, Alamo Draft House is owned by Sony, hence this synergy at all.
Yes, that's true. That happened. We covered that earlier this year or last year?
Yes, I think it might have even been 2023.
Huh.
It was a while back, and we discussed how Sony was fucking them up because that's what Sony does when they buy you.
Yep.
This popcorn bucket has a shoulder strap.
Yeah. It's really sick.
I have never needed to carry popped popcorn a distance or in addition to enough other unwieldy things that it required a rigid container with a lid and a shoulder strap. I don't think I want to encounter the life lived in such a way that it leads into the necessity for such a device.
Look, you got your purse over this shoulder. And you got your popcorn over this shoulder, and you're just ready. You're good forever. You got both shoulders. You've got everything you need to live for days because the popcorn is food.
But then I go into the dark theater, and in my rush to get it done before the movie starts, I accidentally cut a hole in the bottom of my purse. No, Dan, listen. To insert my genitalia into... to trick another person into touching it without their knowledge. Are you listening?
What was this from? What was the I cut the bottom of open of a popcorn bucket to stick my dick in the hopes that a woman would touch it?
So far as I know, that was just a move.
Human history.
Yeah, it's like I think this was a white
maybe the culprit here.
But it was.
But I saw
Robot Chicken did it.
Someone asserts Revenge of the Nerds, which.
Yeah, of course.
You know what? Probably.
Okay, I'm specifically thinking of one where one guy is doing that and then the other does it with something that's wildly inappropriate and hurts themselves. Like, I think it might have been like, I put my dick at the bottom of this hot coffee. Ow! Thing. Which sounds like it was which sounds Robot Chicken-esque, but I don't know if it was Robot Chicken.
Yeah, I think that was Robot Chicken.
We've run a hell of a podcast.
I said this on Blue Sky once, but Robot Chicken is the ultimate stoner show because it's familiar imagery and never unfunny enough for you to turn off.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
So that's it for normal news this week and industry burning down news. However, there was a Pokemon Presents. Bob, I will dramatically read these bullets and you will elaborate. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Pokemon Concierge Season 2 trailer out September 4th on Netflix. Was the Season 2 trailer shown and the show is out?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Aardman Productions, or whatever their name is, the people who made Wallace and Gromit, are working on Pokemon Tales, The Misadventures of Sirfetch'd and Pichu. And that is coming in 2027. Yeah, I hear they do not look like Wallace and Gromit characters eyeballs-wise.
No, they look pretty on model for Pokemon, but obviously still in the claymation style. It has the sheep from the Galara region. What's that sheep called? Is it Mareep? Is that the other one? That's the other sheep.
No.
Yeah, Wooloo.
Wooloo. Yeah, it has a Wooloo.
Wooloo. Quan Chi's favorite Pokemon.
Yes.
Poke Park Kanto. It's an actual theme park.
Mm-hmm.
It's built inside Yomiuri Land, which is a Japanese theme park amusement park. I'm not sure if you could have picked that up from that.
It's potentially gonna be a theme park. Right now, it's a diorama.
Oh,
yes,
cool! It's really small
they
and
made
conceptual. More of a. That's going to be early 2026. They say that will be a real thing at a real place and not a tiny diorama or a theme park for ants. Pokemon Friends is announced. It's a puzzle game for mobile phone and Switch. Looks like those ads for fake phone games, but with Pokemon, it's out today. Bob.
Yeah, it looks literally like those. You want those games? We have them. But imagine if Pikachu's there instead of a random generic.
That sounds great.
It is. It's probably great.
Pokemon friends or enemies.
But yeah, you do this most simple puzzle known to man, and then a little light bulb goes off. And I think that's it for the day. I think you have to come back the next day to get another puzzle.
I'm going to have to check that out after the podcast. Wish I could have checked that out during Brave New World. Just checked out of the movie entirely. Pokemon Champions coming 2026. It's Switch and mobile. This is essentially a new Pokemon Stadium, which was announced a while ago. You can transfer Pokemon from home or recruit them in-game. It also lets you train them, which looks like you can affect their EVs and IVs.
I mean, train. It's a menu.
Yeah. It's not like... Now I'm like, wait, did the horse game go beyond the menu, or is there actually mini games to train them, or...
And Uma Musume? Uma Masumi? I need to clip that.
I don't think there's many games. I think it's like an old style horse raising game. Like back from as long ago as the NES they had them.
Right.
And Pokemon Legends. There are lots of fashion options for both genders.
Yeah, they showed
both
a lot for
sides.
both. Which that makes sense, because I think the last one, like Scarlet Violet, I think they just let you use whatever you wanted. Like I was able to.
Yeah,
use
I think they might have. I think they might have like completely removed the restrictions.
Did anyone walk up to you in the game and go, "Why are you wearing girl hair? Please stop having girl hair."
Professor Oak just calls you on the phone. Are you a boy or a girl?
I need to know this now.
This is important. Oh my god! It's got Megan
Dragon Knight.
One moment, registering new Blue Sky account. That's a Dragonite in a wig. Megan Dragonite. Wow,
This is vile. I have a cousin who we used to call Mara Megan, and now I'm just imagining Dragonite with her haircut from when she was 11.
That's awesome.
Mega Dragonite's really cool, though. They put in stuff from Dratini, so it has like the wings on the head and the big crystal on its tail. I'm like,
yeah, the orb on the tail's real nice.
So is this? Did it must change types? Did they reveal what that is?
I don't think they said what types it was now.
Like, I'm sure it'll be something. Maybe it'll be some really screwed up, like, because it kind of just something about having the wings and the thing on the tail and the general round shininess of Dragonite makes me think of like Audino. So I wonder if it might be fairy type or some shit now.
It might be.
I'm seeing dragon flying.
That's what it is normally, right?
The site's confirming dragon flying.
Okay.
Okay.
Which regular Dragonite is dragon flying, right?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, well, make sure I didn't forget.
Bob writes, it's honestly weird to see a new Pokemon running well.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah.
Sure is.
That's what Scarlet Violet on the Switch 2 was unreal.
I saw a few people like being like, oh man, the side looks so plain. I'm like, dude, this is running a 60. What's going on here?
Whoa, look at this.
I do kind of hope that they pivot back to the to like looking more like the artist's art, like from Sword and Shield, which obviously they pivoted away from that because it couldn't fucking run.
Yeah.
And now it probably could.
And it's not announced at this event, but there's a Switch 2 Pokemon Legends ZA bundle coming. It's $500 and includes the game. Worth noting, that is $10 less valuable than the Mario Kart bundle.
Yeah. Messed up. This thing should be $4.90.
Where's my $10?
Nobody ever does that, though.
Where's my $10, Nintendo?
Well, nobody's
Hey,
ever made this freaking bizarre $80 game either. This is the only $80 game in existence.
Nintendo.
That's true,
Where's my
but
$10?
Sony has packaged the PS5 with $70 game and a $60 game at different points and didn't change the price.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, give me that $10 coupon.
Counterpoint. Where's my $10, Nintendo?
Ship me a $10 coupon now. Stop pretending Mario Kart is an $80 game. It isn't. Yeah. No game is.
Oh yeah, I have to make Dan sad, and Bob also possibly.
Do you really?
Your theory of the $10 protecting people from Welcome Tour failed. That was like the second or third most played Switch 2 game during the launch window.
Oh, that's sick. Disgusting. Oh, I'm sorry, everyone.
I think funnily, I believe that the number one played game at the Switch launch, I think it went away later, was fucking Deltarune.
Jesus.
Which makes sense when Toby Fox posted, "Is this good?" with the Steam charts. And it's like up 600,000%.
Wow. That's really sad about Welcome Tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
If I bought that, I probably wouldn't buy another game. That might be why the third party's having tough trouble.
that's when you get black-pilled.
Yeah,
you're
you're
like,
like,
oh,
oh.
Switch 2 games suck. Okay,
Yeah, I
I'm good.
guess. Yeah, no, I don't
Oh,
need to
we
do
don't have
that.
to play these games with the mouse. I've been very thoroughly introduced to the mouse. Fuck that shit. Yeah, fuck that. Fuck that. Anyway, that's going to do it for Big Thing to Mention this week. That's right. Tomorrow we're going to be playing Shovel Knight. All 4 campaigns. Please be excited. I am extremely thrilled. That is the exact type of video game where I'm going to be loving it. Chris, you said Sunday you might do a thing, but you're not sure.
Yeah, don't count on it.
Aggro, you got any more spooky stories to tell teenagers so that way they get creeped out?
I mean, no, but I do have. Okay, so you know how humanity's interpersonal web of connections was severed by the destruction of the Tower of Babel?
I am aware, yes.
So I've gone ahead and rented a rocket that will take me to the moon. And once I get there, I should be able to deactivate the device that maintains the conscious barriers between ourselves. And by doing so, shepherd humanity towards amalgamating into a collective life form.
Oh.
You lying bastard. You just miss your dead wife.
Thank you very much for listening to this episode of Big Things to Mention. Big Things to Mention is sincerely only possible because of you and your support over at patreon.com/GBpodcast, where you can become a pod lord and be featured every week alongside all sorts of ways to stab us. You don't even have to do a funny gag. You could just have your name next to the funny thing and people will remember it. It's true. That's how that works. You also get access to uncensored Gamers Go to the Movies and much more, and you support us continue to do these podcasts, which is very important. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Goodbye forever.